Mitch is gay.
Mitch is gay. What is his fucking problem anyway?
Having company over. What is he, an adult?
What an asshole he is. Oh, I'm enjoying this 0 viewers frame. It's kind of cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck everyone. Oh man. So last night I ate 3 cheap burgers because I have no self-control and I felt awful.
Right. Like 3? Jesus Christ.
They weren't large. But still, you know,
From
it
where?
was from the grocery store. They're like prepackaged ones.
Nice.
Oh man, and they made me feel really, really sick afterwards. So I threw up to get rid of them, and I felt so much better, and I'm starting to think this bulimia thing might have a point.
Oh, maybe.
It made me feel better anyway. So naturally, then I started watching a bunch of old Kitchen Nightmares clips because I'm an asshole.
Yeah. It's a good show.
It is a good show. I keep trying to get into Hell's Kitchen, but I just can't. Because it's like, it's got too much focus on the contestants and their manufactured reality drama.
No, I don't want to watch Hell's Kitchen. Fuck
and I don't care about that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's not enough focus on cooking and Ramsay screaming at people.
There's Caesar.
There he is. There's our boy. I think. I like the graphics in this level. It's very panoramic. I guess it's not a level, it's a track. Whatever. God, we're boring.
Okay, I didn't know what you were doing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm yawning. No, I'm deflating. I'm purging again.
Oh, okay, cool.
So now would be sin.
So I've already. It's a Frontier of the second season started again, and I already finished it, but it was on Netflix.
The what?
It's a show. Frontier is a show with Jason Momoa. It's about
The hell is Jason Momoa?
He's the guy. He's Aquaman.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the guy in Game of Thrones. The one who's dead. The guy. He's
the guy who's dead in Game of Thrones. That
the big guy with the beard. How do you not know who Jason Momoa is?
I don't know who he is because I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know, but I just figured you would know who he was, at the very least. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't know who he is. I'm talking about the show.
All right. Please.
The show is about a half Indian, Native American, half Irish guy who's getting revenge on the fur traders in the 1700s or something.
Mm-hmm.
So the first season wasn't all that great, but it was interesting enough, and then the second season was actually a lot better. More fighting, and they had a crazy Irish guy, which was nice.
Oh. Well, that's always good. Caesar, I'll read your message later. I'm on the grand tour right now.
Spencer the Frostback. Hello.
I am a Frostback, too.
Yeah, anyway, I don't have anything to talk about, so.
Well, why don't you talk to me about Kitty?
No.
Oh.
I'm tempted to put the link in the fucking Discord and just let people at it. I don't have fucking anything to talk about at all.
You know what? Yeah, no, bring somebody on.
Bring everybody on. Yeah, I heard that's what you said.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said. You said bring everybody on. I'm putting the link in the Discord.
I said bring somebody on, you fuck.
Everybody.
Oh, alright, fine.
As long as they keep it civil.
Well, you have the power to kick them.
That's true. But if I eject them from the call, they can't re-enter?
Oh, I don't know, probably. Probably better to do that in PMs, but whatever. Good sense has never stopped us before.
Well, maybe I'll wait. We'll wait a little bit, and then maybe I'll do that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm perfectly content to drive a car around in circles in utter silence for an hour, but
yeah. I hate to say it, this is the times when we need Mitch.
Yeah, I know.
But he's being a big faggot.
He is. He's going to give us a report on how cucked or not cucked Wolfenstein 2 is.
Yeah, I forgot he got that.
Yeah. I've seen he said he promised a full report with, like, clips and everything.
We all know that he's full of shit. He
Well,
always
of
says
course
he's
he
going to do
is.
all this stuff, and then he never does.
Well, he was pretty uppity on the Discord last night, like an uppity numpty.
I never go on the Discord.
An uppity neighbor. He wow, car. He was like, nobody talked to me about there being Gran Turismo, and I was gonna have all these clips, so you're gonna have to pause and like come on sync video and see what I'm talking about. And it's like,
what the hell are you talking about? I don't get it.
That's what he said because
What does that mean?
because he had fucking, oh my god, follow the conversation, because he had fucking clips of Wolfenstein 2, like he said. Evidently he actually did it, otherwise why would he be telling me to go on sync video and pause the game?
What you talking about right now?
No, fuck ass, last night I'm saying he had that shit prepared. He did what he said.
Oh, I'm surprised.
I guess. Holy shit. I thought I was retarded.
No, I just didn't understand. You talking about pausing fucking Gran Turismo? That would assume that we're
because I mentioned last night we were doing this today, and he's like, no one told me about this, and I was gonna play clips.
Oh, we still could have. Well, so
Yeah,
is he just having a shit fit, and that's why he's not going to be on the show today?
No, I assured him that I will pause the game and come watch or listen to whatever I have to do, because that's a thing that can happen.
No. Once Gran Turismo is set in motion, it cannot be stopped.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I am on a dangerously twisty mountain road. I could barrel over the edge and kill myself to stop it, but
that's true.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the later Gran Turismos, which means it has damage modeling, so I could kill myself.
Ooh.
In theory. Oh man, what a terrible, terrible episode this is going to be. Oh well. I mean, it hasn't stopped us from putting out 280 some terrible episodes before this.
Maybe this will be the last one.
Maybe this will be the last one. Let's retitle this episode 1000.
Whatever happens in this episode, we'll just name it the last episode. Just to fuck with people.
Can we do a poster of The Last Stand then?
What the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I still have to watch that new movie. Hopefully, I'll watch it tomorrow. Aftermath.
Aftermath? Is that Arnold?
Yeah. It's about. I don't know what it's about. Well, it came out like a few months ago, and nobody saw it, of course, because nobody watches his movies anymore.
Well, no, but they should though. Like his later ones have actually been pretty good.
I know, right?
I was really impressed with Last Stand was good, and I was really impressed with Maggie as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only thing. Okay, I guess we do have something to talk about. I liked Maggie a lot, but I have two complaints.
Yeah.
One, my first complaint, not enough Arnold. My second complaint was just how it ended. I thought it was just kind of eh.
Yeah, fair.
I would have. I mean, I guess I'll spoil it. Well, I won't spoil it directly, but what I would have wanted was more of a
plot.
Well, yeah. No, it's more of like he didn't. Nothing really happened. You know, it was so. I mean, I get
There's
it.
A lot of hand wringing.
Yeah, it was more of a subtle ending, which when you put Arnold in a movie, I don't expect subtlety ever. But he was subtle in the role. He was very good. I think where he played like he was like the perfect like dad.
He was like actually impressive as an actor in that movie, which like it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's not supposed to be an actor. He's supposed to be Arnold. But when you look at it in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, the character he plays, you don't look at as a character, you look at as Arnold. You know?
Fear and Loathing Still should be your banner for this one. No, but Arnold Schwarzenegger has, even though he's made fun of for not being a very good actor, he's taken acting classes and he's always taken every role very seriously, at least from what he says. But I believe him. And I think it's just how he's directed is when you can get a good performance out of him when you direct him a certain way, because he's very motivated and he'll do what he's, as long as I think it fits. And the other thing too is that like he's older now and he knows that. Yeah,
I really love his his insights anytime he gets on a DVD commentary. I mean, the Total Recall one with him and Paul Verhoeven is just hilarious for the accents alone. Never mind the fact that they don't actually tell you anything; they're just observing. Like, oh, I shoot this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I love it when they shoot that guy. Oh man. Anyway, I'm glad he tried. I mean, it's kind of like Shatner, I guess, where you can get a good performance out of him despite the memery.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think he kind of knows what audiences want, so he gives them what they want. If he like in a role like no one really watched it, but the end of day. I'm getting a real big echo from me on your end, so I'm not
Oh,
sure.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. Sorry. Not sure why that would be. Let's try.
Do you have it on a stack of DVDs or no?
Yes. How about now?
I'm not getting an echo now.
That's so fucking bizarre. Anyway, okay.
Well, what is it now? Do you have it on a stack of DVDs or no?
Yeah.
Okay. That's so
CSI
weird.
and South Park, if anyone cares.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Arnie's Pizza Shop. You come in for the pepperoni. In the sausage aisle. So no, but I think like End of Days is a role where it's like it's definitely over the top. And I think he probably knew that he should be because it wasn't like it's not like that movie's all that great. I still enjoy it, but
No, it's not good. The reason, like the first time I saw End of Days, it was not because it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It was because, and this is super lame, it was because of Guns N' Roses.
Why?
Guns N' Roses has a song on the soundtrack called "Oh My God," and it's awful, by the way.
Oh.
But it's the first new Guns N' Roses song to like have an official release since Use Your Illusion, like after the breakup, right? So it was like the only place I was like, oh man, I wonder, like I became a Guns N' Roses fan in high school, and I was like, oh, it's too bad they broke up. And then and like this whole Chinese democracy thing, that's never gonna happen. So then I heard, I'm like, oh, there actually is one more song I can find somewhere. It's in this fucking movie. It's awful. Because they tried to be like Nine Inch Nails, like this horrible like industrial thing with like Axl screeching over it. It's just terrible.
I probably had no idea that it was Guns N' Roses then.
You know, if nobody told you or you didn't recognize Axl Rose, you probably wouldn't know because it's just, yeah. But anyway.
But yeah, since his comeback, he's had The Last Stand, which was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sabotage, which I think people generally didn't like, but I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was good because it was more of again another subtle role for him, but he was still like he could still be a badass because you don't have to be. You can still be old. You give somebody enough guns, they can still kick ass. Yeah, he plays like a special ops kind of guy.
You know, there's a lot wrong with Expendables, but the age thing is one part of it that never made sense to me. I mean, it's like I feel like Clint Eastwood is like Exhibit A. If you can be this curmudgeonly old bastard and still be a badass. Like,
yeah, Gran Torino is amazing.
Yeah,
and he's 90.
Yeah, well, I mean, but even before that, like Unforgiven, like he's old. Even back then, he was old. It's still great.
What? Yeah, you're right because Expendables. You can complain about a lot of things in those movies, but
oh hell yeah,
their age doesn't bother me at all.
No, fuck no. I mean, they had a joke about like reboots and revivals and stuff on South Park. This like the new episode this past week where Terrence and Phillip did like a Netflix revival and they're old as hell.
Oh, I could hear that from the other room, and Christina was watching it, but I didn't know. I can only hear bits of it. That actually sounds pretty funny.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the main focus of the episode, but
no.
it just kind of made me think like, yeah, they are older, but as long as the show is still enjoyable, like I don't care.
Yeah,
it's fine. I mean, unless there's a storyline reason, like when Brent Spiner wanted Data to be killed off because he's like, I'm aging and Data is not. So there comes a point, you know.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
that's fine, but in general, it's like, yeah, okay, Mulder and Scully look like old dogs now, but whatever.
Brent Spiner actually looks pretty good still, though.
Yeah, I know. Ironically, he's aged pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, and granted, it is Star Trek. They could have like bullshitted something where it's like, oh, Data's simulating aging to fit in with humans or whatever, right? Like, you know, that'd be pretty in character.
Absolutely. So what was the other movie that came out then? It was The Last Stand, Sabotage. But I can't. Oh, and then I think it was Terminator 3.
Or Genesis? Or
I'm
Terminator
sorry,
3, Terminator 3.
No, I meant to say Genesis. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't hate Genesis.
I didn't hate it either, but it's not one that I want to rewatch. Only because after a certain point, it just doesn't. It's just not interesting anymore. And I think it's because they kind of blow the surprise of Kyle Reese being a bad guy. They reveal that like 45 minutes into the movie. And then there's still like a half hour or more left. But and what's really funny is that the most interesting part is the beginning, when they basically just recreate the first scenes of the first movie.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat, and I thought they did a really good job of integrating new stuff with old footage and making it all look like it belonged together.
They did a great job. They even got like a guy who was. It's funny, he wasn't as tall. When they had the CG Arnold, they had to have a guy in place of him, and they used Andy Serkis. No, I'm kidding.
They use Andy Serkis on stilts.
Yeah. Actually, what's funny is that the guy isn't as tall as Arnold, but they kind of, they tweaked it. But he's as broad and he's like the same shape as Arnold used to be back then. But I think he's not as tall and his legs weren't as defined or some shit. I don't know. There was something they were talking about. You can find that on YouTube.
Well, I mean, whatever. It's not like we're gonna see him anyway.
Yeah, but and I own it. Oh, well, Christina bought it, and I have it. It just didn't. Arnold was great in it as usual, but it just didn't do a lot for me. And I like that chick a lot, the one who played Sarah Connor.
Yeah, I didn't think she was bad. I mean, she's another person apparently that's from Game of Thrones that I don't know. So
yeah, and she's the one who was nailing Drago.
Ivan Drago.
Yeah, Ivan Drago. Or whatever his name. I can't even actually remember his name now, the character.
Khal Drago, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I did read the first book. I haven't seen the show, but I did read the first book.
So then I'm trying to remember them like off the top of my head then. So then we got The Last Stand, Sabotage, Terminator Genesis.
He wasn't he in Expendables 3 briefly or some shit?
Yeah, he was in Expendables 2. And no, he was in all of them, but I think he had a bigger role in 2. And I'm not entirely sure if he was in 3. I don't remember 3 as much. Although who was in 3 and did a fantastic job was what's his name? Mel Gibson.
Oh fuck, Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson is in 3, and what's funny? Yeah, what's so funny is that
I thought he was like banned from Hollywood.
Well, hold on. So
I'll get to that.
Yeah, so basically he just said what we're all thinking. That,
right.
Jews run the military, whatever the hell he said, and then, yeah, he was still acting. He was still in stuff, but I think he was kind of a pariah for a little while.
Kind of like what happened with Edward Norton.
Okay. I'll put my story on hold for a sec. What did happen with him?
He fought Marvel.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, he stood up to the Marvel giant thresher maw that is Marvel Studios. He wanted to have more creative control over the character of Bruce Banner in the Hulk movie he did. He wanted to have his fingers in with the edit. He wanted to basically have more creative direction over what the movie was. And he fought with Marvel over it, and I think it got to the point where he was refusing to do publicity for it or whatever. So basically, he got blacklisted despite being a really good actor because he stood up to Marvel and they slapped him down. I mean, granted, there's no reason why an actor should be fucking involved in the edit, but
I heard that he was being difficult, and that sounds pretty much that was the case.
Yeah, to an extent, but I mean, I don't think he was also,
but he hasn't been in shit since.
No, and it's too bad because like I said, he's a really good actor.
Yeah. And I actually liked that Hulk movie that he played.
Yeah, Banner. It's not bad. I mean, it's probably one of the lesser, MCU movies, but I think people kind of forget that it's even a part of the Marvel universe because it's not Mark Ruffalo pants.
Yeah. I thought he was good too, but people they shit on that movie, and I was like, what? I like the Hulk, but there really isn't a whole lot you can do with that character.
I've never been a fan of the Hulk ever, but I will say this: it's not a bad movie. I mean, it's not a standout. It's a pretty typical Marvel movie. If you like Marvel movies, The Incredible Hulk is fine. And
Yeah.
weirdly enough, that's one of the only Marvel movies that the Netflix shows ever fucking reference. Like the end fight in New York, like there's pictures of that in the newspaper offices and Daredevil all the time.
That's funny.
And they never talk about like fucking anything else that happens.
That's weird.
But the one that no one likes with the guy they fired, that's
Yeah. So okay. So going back to Mel
yes,
Mel
please.
Brooks, Mel Gibson in Expendables 3.
I would love to see fucking Mel Brooks in Expendables.
Oh, that'd be great. So you know, like I was saying, like we were saying, you didn't see Mel Gibson for a long time,
No.
and he became such a joke that I forgot that he was a good actor.
Yeah, once upon a time.
And
especially with action, like Lethal Weapon, you know.
Yeah, and then seeing him in this movie, he blew away everybody. And
He's probably got more acting chops than a lot of like the action stars of that era.
yeah, it's not like Stallone is bad, but he's not using his acting in these movies.
No, he's not using his Rocky. He's using his Rambo.
No, exactly, and not even his Rambo. That's not even fair because Rambo.
He's using his Rambo like 3.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
He's not using his First Blood.
No, exactly. But like, I'm watching him, and we went to the theater to watch, and I'm watching Mel Gibson, and I'm like, fuck, he's a good actor, and he was playing a bad guy, so he was even better because he's such a good bad guy too.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is an asshole apparently. So.
Yeah, I highly recommend 3.
Yeah,
and plus it has she's kind of passe now, but Ronda Rousey.
Oh, her.
Yeah, she's in it, and she did a good job. All the new people. The only other, I guess, if I have to complain about it, is that they have like the new blood in the movie, and it's all these like guys I never heard of, and Ronda Rousey, and they all did a decent job. But it was like I'm not watching these movies for these new people. I don't know who they are. Like I'm watching it, you know.
But
you know
Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the one who, yeah, she fucking. I don't know what happened to her. She just got her ass kicked, and then no one ever heard from her again.
Yeah, I always liked. Well, she's still in Paris, I think. But I always really liked Jet Li, like his martial arts movies, and I don't know. There was another one that I feel like Expendables didn't really use very well, but
no,
I've
said this joke before, but he literally parachutes out of the first movie, or the second movie, or something like that.
God damn it! I cannot believe that. Sorry, I just lost by like 0.022 of a second.
I just saw that happening.
That was
God.
bullshit. Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah, but and then okay, let me. Now I'm starting to forget. I'm going to look up Arnold's
filmography.
Yeah, cause
you have to say 17 Hail John Matrixes for bed now.
Oh no!
Fucking Christ.
Because there's one that's coming out with him that looks like shit.
Well,
okay. So it goes. That's right. So before the last movie, for 5 years he wasn't in any movies, obviously because he was the governor. The governor, and he was. But towards the end of his governorship, he was in the Expendables.
Right. I remember that. That was a big deal when he was in it.
Yeah.
I saw the Expendables in the theater. It was with my brother and my dad, and it was kind of strange because we were getting along. No, but we did like a weird, I guess, sort of like a film festival where you see a million movies in a day, except for we saw 3 normie movies in a day. We saw the first one. We saw a matinee of The Other Guys, which I don't even remember.
I actually saw that with my mom. I liked it.
Then we saw Scott Pilgrim for the evening show, which.
Very good.
Overshadowed everything else, and then we saw Expendables at the late show. So yeah, it was a fun day, but I was too high on Scott Pilgrim to really give Expendables a chance. I'm not sure if I'd still like it. I have the Blu-ray, but I haven't cracked it out in a while. I was thinking like, would I be annoyed at how twee it is?
Same
nowadays.
I have it too, and I'm like, I mean, Sarah is so annoying now. To me, I mean. And it's like, would I like this? But I don't know. So yeah, I've seen all 3 Expendables in the theater as well. But
I dropped out around 2 because I was kind of like, eh.
I liked 2 more than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I liked.
I think for me the first one, like, It had the novelty because it was the kind of 80s style, 80s early 90s style action movie that they just didn't make anymore.
No, well, see, that's the thing. To me, I thought that the plot and all the feel was, but it was shot like crap. All the
Yeah, it
action
was
was
for
in the
sure.
dark, and you couldn't see nothing. In the second one, they shot everything in the daylight, so I actually enjoyed it more. Even though the helicopter in the opening scene is like the worst CG I've seen since Drive Angry with that one truck.
That's part of its charm. Oh, speaking of Drive,
Yeah.
speaking of Drive, I the other day, our
Oh.
next beautiful
Whoa.
Christ, our next beautiful CSI DVDs had not arrived yet, and so instead of watching TV, I said to John, why don't we throw a movie on? And
Oh no.
he's like, no, I don't feel like watching a movie. So then he like goes into his little computer room hole, and I'm still out here in the living room playing some game playing some game that sucks and that I don't actually enjoy,
Like this.
like this one. And then he comes out like half an hour later. He's like, hey babe, you want to watch Drive? I'm like, you could not pay me enough to watch Drive again. And he looks so upset, and I'm like, so we could have watched like literally any movie that's on Netflix or Google Rental or like anything, and you say no, only to come back to me half an hour later, ask me to watch Drive. Fucking asshole. I was actually like legit mad, and so I said, fuck you, no, you can watch that in your room by yourself. I'm not watching Drive with you.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
I didn't
awful.
know you. I didn't know you'd actually seen it.
Yes, no, I saw it years ago. Like 2012, I think I saw it.
Yeah,
so
that
probably
was-
when it was fairly new. But it's just, you know,
It's kind of like the only credit I can give that movie is the music, obviously, but it did kind of. It was one of the first ones to kind of boost this whole '80s thing.
yeah, I know. But I mean, the thing is that atmosphere and like mood don't really count for a lot when you have no character and an uninteresting plot.
Exactly, and I think
So
if that movie was like if it was a short film,
yeah, you know what? Yes, if it was a
would've
short
been
story,
great.
that would be different. But the problem is it is a short story, but it's spread out over. Why am I driving so badly? It's spread out over 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's because you're right. Like the movie looks good. It's got a great feel. The music's
Yeah,
fantastic, but the character, there's no character. He's nothing.
There is no character, and that's what I said when we were coming home from Blade Runner. I was like, "Wow, Ryan Reynolds was playing a robot in this movie, and he still had more of a pulse than Drive."
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, whatever, he's the same thing.
Also, thanks for spoiling the movie for me.
That's not a spoiler. It's literally the first minute.
Oh, all right, good. Don't tell me anything else though. 'Cause I
I'm
do
not
want
gonna
to see
fucking tell you anything else. I know how you are, asshole.
Well,
I'm
I
the
gotta-
same
I
way. I trust
constantly-
you. Yeah, I know. I'm not Mitch. Okay, it's
Yeah.
okay to trust me. I won't hurt you again.
Okay, thank you.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
Mitch is like I'm not. I do not overreact with him, right? He does spoil literally everything.
He does spoil literally everything. I get to the point, like, I understand partly where he's coming from. Like, I sometimes think, like, people nowadays are a little bit too sensitive about spoiler. Like, it's not gonna, like, you don't have to, like, slit your throat because you heard something, you know?
Yeah.
But at the on the other hand, like, you do have to respect that, you know, a lot of people do like to be surprised or to you know, not go in not knowing anything. And he's I don't think he does it on purpose. I think he just gets excited and blurts things
No,
out
I know
without
he's,
thinking
I
about
know he's
it,
not
you know?
doing it on purpose. Mitch is dead.
Mitch is dead.
Load.
We killed him.
Yeah.
So
No, he said he told us 20 minutes ago that he forgot he's having company over.
yeah, he's brought a dinner party over.
Yeah.
Him and Corey are like sipping tea with their pinkies out and having boring sandwiches.
Which I would assume that his idea of company is probably just his dog.
Oh yeah, he's probably watching Drive with his dog.
Oh god, yeah, upset me when
if
my
you
dad
want-
said he saw Drive like recently and he said he liked it. I was like, oh, Dad, come on.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the atmosphere and like the soundtrack and stuff, like it makes a good impression, and I think it's not. I think for some people, at least, it's not quite until later they kind of realize that that movie is mostly empty, like Ryan Gosling's soul.
Yeah.
So, but you know, although if you want a movie about a weirdo who drives around at night, Jake Gyllenhaal's Nightcrawler is
Nightcrawler
good.
is great.
Yeah. That's how you do a movie about a night weirdo.
A wild arm. Oh, so there's a series apparently on Netflix about night crawlers, but they don't call it Nightcrawler. They called it like
Nightcrawler.
dark shootings, dark shooters, dark tape, or whatever the fuck.
Dark shooting tape.
Yeah. It's it has that kind of like anchor films like.
Oh yeah, transmorphers. Like,
Yeah.
perfect. Transmogrifiers.
Oh, and actually, well, so let me go back to before we're done with Schwarzenegger. Let me at least read what he's done since.
Yeah.
So Expendables 2. Then he comes back with The Last Stand. I forgot about Escape Plan, the movie with Stallone, where Stallone is the main. I love Escape Plan.
I remember you being pretty enthusiastic about that.
It's great because Stallone's the main character and he doesn't have his Botox face like he does in fucking Expendables.
His fucking Botox face.
Yeah. And
you think that if he was gonna be getting any sort of like work done, they'd fix his fucking lip. But I guess he can't. It's his trademark. I guess so. Although that reminded me, like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
When they cast Milo Ventimiglia to be his like little mask, like they both have the lip. It was like perfect casting.
What the hell are you talking about?
They both have the nerve damaged lip.
No, what do you mean his mask? What the fuck is that?
His little son.
Oh, all right. Just say that. I never heard whatever the hell you just said.
A mask. It's like a motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
But even shorter.
I've never heard that word.
Little mask. I've even watched enough Trailer Park Boys. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
plan.
That was great, and Arnold's the supporting character, but he's fucking awesome in it. He's so funny. Then it was Sabotage. Then it was I'm gonna skip the next one. Family Guy, The Quest for Stuff. He was in it, I guess.
That's a fucking like tapped out clone.
Like,
that's a fucking mobile game.
Then he was in the last episode of 2.5 Men, which I did watch. Just I wanted to see him. I didn't watch the whole episode.
And just here for Arnold.
Yep. And then Maggie, then Genesis, then Aftermath. So we're up to Aftermath, and I haven't seen that yet.
In the Arnold Schwarzenegger canon.
Yeah, and then the movie that looks bad that he's going to be in is called Killing Gunther.
What?
That looks really stupid. And
Killing
then
Gunther?
Yeah,
the guy that used to serve coffee to Chandler.
No, actually, you know what it looks like? It's basically No More Heroes, where he's the guy, he's the assassin everyone's trying to kill, but it looks really stupid.
Really, that sounds like a great premise.
Yeah, but watch the trailer.
Okay, well, see, because now I'm thinking of like completely over the top nonsense.
Well,
like,
yeah, but it just looks stupid. Like that's the problem.
I know, but if it's like Scott Pilgrim style Suda 51 kind of nonsense,
no,
Arnold
it looks very low rent.
Aw, that's too bad. That idea has potential though.
And then, what's been in pre-production forever, Triplets.
With Danny DeVito, like the sequel.
I think it is actually supposed to have Danny DeVito, but let's see. Yeah, see, I was right. So it's they find out they have a third brother, and that third brother is Eddie Murphy.
What?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, so that's
the name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah. And then the other movie that's been announced and they'll never make is The Legend of Conan. Then I actually don't know what Blanco is. I don't know what V2 Journey to China is.
And it's where he straps himself to a V2 rocket and blasts to China, I guess.
Oh, cool. And then I actually literally just heard that faggot James Cameron wants to reboot the Terminator series with Arnold Schwarzenegger
again.
Well, he didn't have anything to do with Terminator 3. That's why that movie was garbage, and Genesis was a waste of time. But no, he can reboot the series, and that won't also be a waste of fucking time.
But I thought he was like
done with it. He was only done with it because he wasn't making the new ones. He's a
no. I know he's an asshole. He's an asshole who makes really good movies, except Avatar.
Yeah,
and
Titanic.
And you know what? Titanic is Titanic is really good in some ways. I just kind of wish that, like, my big problem with Titanic is that they fucking, like, the old Rose stuff with this fucking grandma looking for a necklace on the bottom of the sea, like, just fucking, that doesn't need to be there. It's just a waste of time. It makes the movie take up 2 VHS cassettes for no reason. But anyway, James Cameron, like, no, but like I remember when you keep forgetting about Salvation too. Fucking Terminator Salvation with the giant Terminator. Anyway, no, but like when Genesis was coming out, I'm pretty sure I read like interviews with James Cameron saying that like he approved of this and was pleased with it. And maybe that's just PR, but I was like, you fucking Judas.
Yeah, I don't know. Wild Arm, I will not be watching Young Sheldon. I don't care how good it's supposed to be because everyone tells me that you know, Big Bang Theory is good, and I'm not, and they're lying.
Yeah, well, you just gotta not listen to people anymore. Like I remember when people were like, "Kate, you gotta watch Chuck. Chuck's a great show. Chuck's not a great show." Everybody lies to me all the time. They say, "Kate, gotta watch Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's a good show." It's not a good show. Everybody lies to me.
Breaking Bad, I liked for the first. I think. Well, I can pinpoint the exact moment where that show jumped the shark for me, and it was. I think I've said this before. It was Salvation Army. No, it's when it was the plane crash.
Yeah, what's that? When Q?
Yeah, I don't even remember him being in it, but I was just like, give me a fucking break. How this is so, like the whole. They're basically saying that the entire world's fate is hinges on whether he makes meth. Like
I always thought, like I didn't like that either because they kept implying that this was somehow like the moral fall of Walter White and that this was all his fault. When in actuality, the person whose fault it is
his wife
is Q, because Q should not have gone to work as an air traffic controller after his daughter had just died when he was in an emotionally fragile state and fucked up and cost the lives of a bunch of people. It's his fault. But they try and be like, well, Walter White killed Q's daughter and now he's upset, so it's all his fault indirectly. And it's like, not really. If you're upset, and you've got a job that, you know, you're in charge of everyone's safety, you stay the fuck home. It's not Walter White's fault.
What season was that anyway? That was like the third.
That was the second season.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say I liked it at first, and then after I watched the whole thing.
I thought it had potential. At the first season, I wasn't really sold on it, but it was a short season, you know, writer strike. So I thought, okay, we'll go season 2, and then we'll see. And I watched the third season as well. But the thing is, the problem to me is that the show just kept going around in circles, and it was the same shit every season. Where it was like, I don't want to cook. Oh, but there's a big deal, so I guess I have to cook. I don't want to work with Jesse. He's a liability. Oh, but nobody else fucking understands me, so I need Jesse. Oh, Jesse doesn't like me. Oh, but now we're friends. It's like, and it's the same thing every fucking season, around and around and around. And it's like, I'm fucking bored of this. I don't like any of these characters, so I'm not content to watch them do nothing the way I am with people like CSI, where at least you like the cast.
Well, you killed that guy.
I sure as fuck did. But anyway, that's bullshit. So I quit, but everyone's telling me that I quit at the point where the show stops being a formula.
No,
I don't believe them, but that's what I'm told.
No, I liked the last episode. That's pretty much it.
Everybody likes the last episode. That was actually one of the big issues with that Dexter's finale faced. Why everybody hated it so much is they aired it up against the last season of Breaking Bad because Showtime is really fucking stupid.
Wild Arm's saying that Young Sheldon is a lot like Malcolm in the Middle. I mean, I'm sure it is, but the clips I've seen just makes him look like a little shit.
Yeah,
Malcolm wasn't a little shit. He was like a jerk, but he wasn't like a bastard.
No, he wasn't a bastard. His brothers were bastards. Reese was a bastard.
They were so funny.
They were fucking hysterical. But like, I don't trust anything that comes from the
Wild
2.5 Men big bunny theory.
Yeah.
Butt house. You know, I mean, and it's like, it isn't like, okay, how is it better than Malcolm in the Middle? Or even like Everybody Hates Chris, or like, what the fuck is that other 60s sitcom, like that Oliver Beans show, or whatever the fuck that kid was?
No idea. Although I did watch Everybody Hates Chris. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a black people show, but...
Yeah, see, I'm not racist.
Still not young show. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I love The Wire.
Yeah.
I'm not racist.
Oh wait, short aside. Wild Arm, I finally started watching GTO, the anime GTO. Great Teacher.
Onizuka.
And I'm only up to like the 5th episode, but it's funny because they legit just name dropped the first Wild Arm game. They're like, oh, hey, what games do you like? Oh, I got Wild Arm. I was like, oh fuck, and it's like the cover art and stuff. I was like, that's funny.
Might have had a deal to say. Yeah, there was a prequel show not a prequel show, but there was a series of OVAs that came out first where Onizuka was still like a biker rebel. It's Shonen Junai Gumi or something like that. And then they did Onizuka.
I had a couple of manga that was like written after that, but it was supposed to be set before it, and it wasn't good.
I mean, it's absolutely not essential to watch it, or I mean, by any means, but it's just a thing that many people forget exists.
The show is pretty bizarre. Like I said, I'm only at like the 4th or 5th episode, but it's like he's teaching middle school, and like, you know, those girls beat up that one kid who keeps trying to kill himself.
And, well, that's what you do, right?
Yeah, and then you know, to get revenge, because you know, basically what happens. I thought it was bizarre, but what's middle school? That's like 13, right?
Well, I never went to middle school, so
neither did I. I mean, I went from like, you know, grade K to 8, but like what the hell?
Yeah, we had K to 7 and then 8 to 12, so I don't really know what middle school actually is. I think it's like 6 to 9 or something like that.
Okay, well, yeah. In any case, then the oldest these people could be is 14. Then let's say that.
Yeah.
So they strip these 3 girls strip this kid naked and like beat him up and take pictures of him. And like that's bad anyway. And then, so what he does, the teacher, he doesn't do the same thing to them so much as he ties them up and then spanks them with like a paddle. And then takes pictures of them, and I'm like, man, like I know this is an anime, but like, fuck, if that were to happen now, I mean, I assume that it would happen in reality back in the 90s, you'd still get fucking arrested, but it's just funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Japan is weird. I mean, I remember when I first started watching like anime that wasn't just whatever was on YTV. It was like Inuyasha was the first thing because of my stupid like yaoi friends. And it was kind of strange because I just wasn't used to the concept of a show that would have like teenage titty in it. I was like, this is a cartoon.
Well, it's funny because he thought he was going to teach high school so he could lust after the high school girls. And I mean, he's 22, so I guess it's not that bad. It's bad, but I mean, it's not that bad. But still, it's just funny. But yeah, I was gonna say, so that kid who gets stripped naked and beat up by 3 girls, I said, kid, people pay good money for that shit.
Yeah, they do. Where is the aspiration of this? Oops. Sorry.
Yeah, Wild Arm GTO is really good. I do like it a lot so far. But it kind of reminds, like, it's I'd say it's slightly similar to Golden Boy. Well, because it's like, I'm sure they both came out around the same time, and it definitely looks like the same animation studio. Yeah. I have Wild Arm 3. I don't know if I'd ever get around to playing the Wild Arm series, though.
I also have Wild Arm 3. I'm kind of torn on where to start with it, though, because...
Why is that?
How can I ever be any good at this? Fuck. Okay, well, because so the original game Wild Arms 1 on the PS1 is a terrible game. No, but it's a 2D game. It was on the PS1, but then they made this remake, Alter Code F, for the PS2, which is in 3D. It's got all the extra stuff. But the problem is it's super expensive. So I'm kind of like, do I save myself money and go for the worst version, or do I spend money and get something better? And I'm not really sure, but like it's like $100, or like it's kind of a lot of money. So I DK what to do. I don't know. And I mean, like the remake is apparently not actually all that good of a job, or like the localization on the remake isn't very good. So I don't know. Anyone who knows Wild Arms better can fucking help me out.
Probably Wild Arm.
I don't know. I don't know if that guy's a fan.
Yeah.
Hate the NA Sports series. This fucking game, it pisses me off because I have to fiddle with the car so much. And NA, by the way, which I thought when I first started playing this stood for North American Sports Series. So I was trying to enter with my Corvette and getting really pissed off when I couldn't get it down to the power requirements limit. But it turns out NA stands for naturally aspirated. So cars that have superchargers or turbochargers are disqualified.
Oh.
And once I realized that, it all started to make more sense. See, that's the thing. Like, I know Mitch was like, "You're into cars" last week, but it's like, I'm not into cars. I just like this game.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Wait, you play Final Fantasy, but you're not into Magic?
Well, I am into Magic, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Some sweet meme magic. Although, I guess for me, it's more like tea and candles and shiny rocks and
being a faggot.
Being an asshole. Yeah, eating burgers and purging.
Yeah.
That's what I said to I think it was Jamie on the Discord last night. It's like, 2 unhealthy habits make a right. It's like, if you eat too much, just throw. I don't seriously plan to throw up every meal or anything like that. That would be fucking stupid. But yeah. I will say that throwing up, a few minutes of unpleasantness sure beat that entire night feeling like shit. Whoa.
What the hell is Gennady? Or Gennady?
Gendy?
Oh, is that how he... I didn't know that's how he spelled it.
Tartakovsky? Like Samurai Jack Gendy?
I don't know. Read the chat.
I can't read the chat.
When will we have a Gennady production about gang life or something? I don't know what that means.
Gang life? Well, I mean, there was already that mobster episode of Samurai Jack, if that's what you're talking about. I mean, granted, there was kind of an everything episode of Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Man. I was pretty satisfied with the ending of that show. More or less.
Yeah, I'm so glad that guy, that journalist ruined it by putting the spoiler in the title of his fucking article, which I wasn't trying to read or find. All I did was Google, where can I watch the last episode of Samurai Jack? And that was the first fucking post.
Yeah. Well, Mitch writing his articles, he's got no...
It was like the first time I actually tweeted at somebody.
You're like, actually mad?
Yeah. And I said, what the hell? I think all I wrote was, what the hell is wrong with you?
Did he respond?
I think I wrote... No, he didn't respond, but when I checked back later, the title had changed to a non-spoiler. But I think if it wasn't what the hell's wrong with me, I think I might have even wrote, what the hell happened in your life to make you such an asshole?
Aw. See, we did have things to talk about. Our mutual hatred of people we've never met.
Yeah.
Hey. Man. Fucking Mitch can't even turn out. I paid that asshole money, like good money, sort of.
Yeah.
For my wedding invites. He finished them. He actually finished something he said he was going to do, and he got paid for it, and he didn't have the grace to turn up to my car stream.
Wild Arm. But yeah, in regards to anime, I'm really behind on anime that I should have checked out years ago, and a lot of the current stuff out right now. Oh yeah, and did you think... what did you think of the Rurouni Kenshin creator being arrested for pedophilia? I think we talked about that in the last episode. That hasn't gone out yet, but I said I wasn't surprised. But yeah, I should say I wasn't surprised, but I would have never guessed that he was a pedophile, considering how a lot of anime is like, with all that kind of stuff. But Rurouni Kenshin wasn't. Like, I don't remember a single instance that would make me think, I wonder if this guy's a pedophile. Like,
but even like into cartoon lollies, and I mean, you're right. Like a lot of the age of consent in Japan is lower than it is in the States, and it shows.
Yeah.
And it's, man, Rurouni Kenshin is like, if you had to ask me, like my top anime, it would be either that or Full Metal. Like I love Rurouni Kenshin. It was so good, and now it's like it's tainted. And it's not just because it's like, oh, this, like, I can deal with, like, someone who turns out to be an asshole or a bad person or even a criminal who made good artwork. But that is so far over the line that it's, like, it's always going to be in the back of my head.
I already forgot.
Yeah, I know. You're an asshole.
Yeah. I just spent 15 minutes waiting for a fucking Little Caesars pizza. Fuck me. Oh, hey, Jay. Hey.
Hey, Jay, why would you wait for Little Caesars? Why wouldn't, like, for the same quality, you can buy a frozen pizza from your fucking supermarket.
Little Caesars isn't that bad. Well, I can't eat any
It's
of it anymore.
no, well, it's like it's cardboard. It's cheap as dirt for a reason. It's not good. Now Jay can come and see my lap time in the reasonably priced car.
Oh yeah, we only talked about it for a few minutes that last time, Wildarm. And honestly, I don't know if we talked about it on the show or if we talked about it on a Let's Play.
We might have talked about it on a Let's Play.
Oh yeah, then you wouldn't hear about it for 6 months.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it's because Vice City has a lot of like, or at least Vice City Stories has a lot of like weird pedophile jokes. So.
Yeah, so we probably brought it up on there.
We might have brought it up on there, like with little Lacey Surprise, and it's like, I'm underage, daddy.
Yeah. Hey, Catrio.
It's weird.
Yeah, this
I
live
love that game.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll finish it soon.
Yeah. Fuckers are live. Yeah, we are live. Oh, AJ. I thought you said
no,
Jay,
I didn't say
like,
Jay. AJ.
Like the Duke of Dipshits.
No.
I mean, he does like Shad Base, so maybe he would be okay with Kenshin. Oh. Well, so last night I was alone and bored, so I watched the Plinkett review of the Femme Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. I guess I should see that.
It was actually, it was pretty funny, and it was actually like they didn't talk about feminism at all, which I appreciated.
Now, see, you haven't seen that movie, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
See, I've seen it, so I should probably watch that review.
But basically, like what it comes down to is like it's more of a deconstruction about as with most of the Plinkett reviews about like where and why the movie fails, especially in comparison to the way the original is structured.
Oh, well, tell me. Maybe I'll agree.
Basically, the problem with that is that the dialogue and the jokes in the original Ghostbusters are very finely crafted and smartly written, whereas in the new Ghostbusters, they used ad-libbing to the point of absurdity, to the point where people are just kind of chunnering on about nothing for minutes on end, and it's totally unnecessary.
Yep. I mean, I don't agree about the first Ghostbuster, but I do agree with what they're saying about the Femme Ghostbusters. I just don't like the original movie. I don't like it.
That's okay.
Yeah, but AJ says he put enough ranch on the pizza, so you can't taste it anyway.
Oh, well. Money well spent.
Yeah. I think Little Caesars pizzas are like $5 though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying you get what you pay for.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I liked it when I had it a couple times. I never had it back in the day. When they came back, I was like, the fuck? I thought they were just gone. But anything else about Ghostbusters? Did they say did they comment on the special effects? Because I actually thought they were pretty decent.
Only if to the point of saying that the special effects are totally meaningless because they're not in the service of the story or the characters. It's especially the ending battle where it's just like spectacle for its own sake, and that's boring.
Yeah, no, he's right.
Because you don't care about the characters or what's happening to them, and there's no funny jokes. It's just fat bitches shooting at things.
Yeah.
And like I felt super racist, but like when I was watching it, I hadn't actually seen like footage of the movie beyond the trailer. When I looked at it and went, But Leslie Jones really looks like a ape. I'm not saying that like all black people look like that, but Leslie Jones specifically looks like a monkey. Yeah. Although Plinkett praised her as probably the best person in the cast, and I can't really vouch for that one way.
No. Incorrect. She's probably the worst out of all of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because all she is a fucking walking, talking racist joke.
That's true, but I think his point was more that, like, out of all of the cast, she does the least, like, chunnering.
Well, okay,
so she actually tells a joke. Even if it's not a good joke, she'll tell a joke and let it be instead of just continuing to talk and talk and talk. So...
Well, that's why I hate. It's so funny because like, I forget the guy's name now, but he does these this guy on YouTube does pretty good videos, but he did a video on the Szechuan sauce thing, but half of it is him saying how great Rick and Morty is, but he's the way he describes it makes it sound like a good show until he showed a clip, and then it just gets all thrown out the window once you hear these guys who this one guy who voices both characters can't ad lib worth a shit, and that's the entire show is ad libbing.
Yeah, you have to do it really, like it either works beautifully or it doesn't. And
also, I think it's because it's one guy doing the voices.
Yeah.
How is it? I mean, if he could ad lib with himself and do a great job, I would be really impressed because
that's true. You need somebody to play off
with your fucking self. Yeah, you need a physical other person to bounce jokes off of.
Which is like, okay, so I love Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is currently airing its 9th season. The finale is this tomorrow, actually. But anyway, it's really good. But I mean, that show is not scripted, in the sense that the dialogue is all mapped out.
Yeah, I'm sure
that show works from a fairly detailed outline. But the conversation, Larry David is looking for naturalistic conversation, and if you've ever seen Seinfeld, obviously that's something that he likes to do.
Yeah.
And apparently, if he starts to, you're not supposed to think of things to say in advance, and if he starts to suspect that you are, then you don't get an outline either.
Oh wow.
But and that show works beautifully because you have very funny, talented people. They know when to let silence be and kind of just stare at each other. And I assume they've got a lot more judicious editing than Ghostbusters ended up having. So I mean, you can make that kind of thing work. But I think, and part of the point they brought up in the Plinkett review is that Ghostbusters is not the type of movie that allows for that. If you want an improvisational comedy, you need like everyday situations instead of ghosts and stuff.
Yeah.
Which fair point, I suppose. And Curb Your Enthusiasm is mostly everyday situations, or at least exaggerated and ridiculous everyday situations.
Well, it's kind of the same reason why anything Marvel kind of annoys me, because it's always like they're trying to have these everyday normal conversations that go nowhere in between huge action set pieces.
Yeah, well, I mean that's less ad lib than more just everybody trying to imitate Joss Whedon.
Well, yeah,
and I agree, and it's not just Marvel. It's like most action films these days try to imitate that dialogue style where people are bullshitting constantly, or they've always got some fucking clever little snappy comment, and it's gotten to the point where it annoys the hell out of me too. And I used to really like Joss Whedon's work, as I've said many times, but like, it's okay when somebody has their own flavor of dialogue, the way that Tarantino does, the way that Joss Whedon does, or Woody Allen or whatever, like. But when it gets to the point where everybody's basically just doing the same thing and you can watch every fucking movie and it's always the same shit, it starts to really grind on you.
Oh, yeah. Let me get back to the chat real quick. Well, at least you didn't see AVGN's new Sonic 06 episode where he basically said what everyone else has said. Yeah, these aging YouTubers are like...
The idea that there's aging YouTubers is funny to me. But, I mean, if you look at James Rolfe's hairline...
Yeah, but it's like I didn't realize that first off, I saw that in my recommended, because I haven't blocked AVGN because I don't watch his stuff, but I don't mind him as a guy.
No, he seems like a totally nice guy.
And with the Ghostbusters thing that he did, he kind of
that was some respect. He handled that absolutely perfectly. He made a video. He wasn't freaking out. He wasn't being rude. He just said, "This doesn't look like what I want from a Ghostbusters movie. I'm not going to go see it."
Yeah.
That's all he said, and everybody shat their pants.
Yeah.
And you know what he did?
Nothing.
He didn't say anything. He didn't make a Patreon out of being upset. He didn't make a rebuttal. He didn't try to explain himself. He didn't apologize. Nothing. That's how you handle it.
But the whole thing that is an actual new review from him is like, what can you fucking say at that point?
At Sonic 06? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is actually part 2 of Sonic 06. He did Sonic 06 like last year. Part 1.
Oh.
So, and I don't know really why, and like frankly, it's bizarre to see him covering a 360 game because I mean it's not really retro.
No.
I mean, I guess it is last gen and has been for a while now, but it's still not retro. I mean, some people don't even agree that the PS2 is retro. So the 360, I don't really think that kind of falls in his wheelhouse in the first place, but
Then he says, "Did you know that Dan Harmon has his own Kiwi Farms thread?" Which I actually didn't know what Kiwi Farms was until fairly recently. So Rick and Morty creator is just as big of a lol cow as his fans.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't really give a flying fuck about that kind of, at least that side of the whole internet drama machine.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
I know. But
the point is that it's funny that he has one because it makes sense that he would, because Dan Harmon's just as much of a cringy shit as everybody else is.
Well, I mean, sure, but it's, I don't know. When you get to that level of like following a person for the sake of their own cringe, it's kind of like, I don't care anymore.
All right, that doesn't matter.
But anyway.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I think that Ghostbusters movie, that was bad.
Hey?
No, just the female Ghostbusters movie. I'm glad it failed because it just wasn't good.
Yeah, one thing they mentioned in the Plinkett video that I didn't know is like or either didn't know or blocked from my memory, but apparently they were trying to like make it into a Ghostbusters universe or something.
There's toys that they made of that movie that are Toys R Us that I mean, I don't go to Toys R Us all that often. They're still there. I know it's still the same ones. They're severely discounted. They cannot sell those fucking things. So this movie wasn't even popular with kids.
Well, I mean, why would it be? It's a revival of a franchise from 30 years ago. The only people that are excited for it are people like Dan Amrich, who are old.
And the other thing too is, like, I could see how if they're trying to make it a big franchise again, it's like you think they would have done it all at once. Like gone all in, like had the cartoon, if they were planning a cartoon, like have it at the same time.
Yeah, I think one of the, I don't like real Ghostbusters as a cartoon, but I think that it definitely went a long way to making Ghostbusters a big phenomenon. Like, yeah, okay, the movies were popular, but it's only 2 movies, but having the cartoon there on the air for years is one of the things that I think really helped it stick around and become a big deal.
I think the cartoon's phenomenal. The first season, especially. Now, after that, it gets pretty bad. Because I just watched a random episode from like the last season, and it's oof. Like, it's not even the same voice actors and shit. It's like it's really bad.
All I can hear when Venkman talks in the cartoon is Garfield. And I think that's probably what fucks with me.
Maybe.
Because it is Lorenzo music, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it's a different guy in the 4th season, and he sounds like he's trying to do. He's not trying to do Venkman. He's trying to do Garfield. It's very bizarre.
Oh, Egon, I love lasagna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the extreme Ghostbusters more fondly than I do the real Ghostbusters. The real Ghostbusters was like a little bit before my time, so I would only see it growing up. I don't like when they would rerun the whole show around Halloween on the cartoon channels. So they probably played it out of order. So I don't know. Maybe I just missed all the good ones. The only one I really remember in any kind of like detail was there something like the Valkyries at the opera or something.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But anyway,
Cunt Busters wasn't funny at all, or even charming as a movie, and the whole if you don't like it, then you're misogynist shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all because it's just an excuse to it's passing the buck for shoddy work, and it's just a straw man attack and not being able to take fucking criticism, which, as I've learned from Kitchen Nightmares, is a virtue.
Yeah, no, they tried. Yeah, they tried to bank on it too. They were like, "Oh, we got a bunch of people mad, then they'll want to see the movie," and it just didn't work.
Nope. And it's I mean, they pulled that with Force Awakens too. Like, everyone's mad about a black stormtrooper. It's like, no one's mad about a black stormtrooper.
Literally no one.
Literally no one. The only thing to me that I scratched my head was like, I thought they were clones. But then Jake explained to me that by this time, the clones will be gone. So, yeah. Okay, fine. Then whatever. If he's just an enlisted guy, fine. I don't care. And they pulled that with Discovery too, with a big fucking chip on their shoulder with Star Trek. Yeah. Which really put me off the show. Thankfully, that stuff actually isn't in the scripts.
Well, remember, she's the first black person to ever be in Star Trek.
Well, of course, or in space for that matter.
Yeah.
And
we was astronauts and shit.
Yeah, I think that kind of shit, like, it only goes so far. You can't try.
People are starting to wise up to it, I think.
Well, I think enough people have been accused of horrible things with no basis at this point, that it's like people aren't really kind of buying into it. I think even people who would buy into it at first have had it turned on them enough times they realize that maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
you know, and it's silly. I mean, but it's like, you know, white people are the majority in America, and when you continue to antagonize the majority of people, turns out they don't go to see your movie.
Well, the other thing too is that he probably mentioned this, but the thing that killed Ghostbusters was that they wouldn't air it in China.
Didn't they?
I don't think they ever did.
He did mention on China about China, and he did show like a Chinese poster for it. He never said that it was banned.
Well, it was delayed, I think, at the very least, because of the whole they're like weird about ghosts and skeletons.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but I think the joke was mostly like, the government lets you watch movies now. Like,
Yeah.
So, but
well, I guess I can look it up right now what it made internationally.
Yeah, they not a lot. They also used a lot of clips from the Paul Feig's commentary track on the Blu-ray, which is kind of hilarious to show that he just has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
He didn't know, and then he had to jump on the whole misogyny thing too. Like,
of course he did, like a big baby.
Like people saying, like, "Oh, women aren't funny." Like literally, like, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who don't think women can be funny. They're wrong, but it's like there are people, I'm sure, that are. But like the people who said Ghostbusters look bad weren't saying because the women weren't funny.
No, I mean, it's there are totally female comics that I like, but I mean, I do agree that with some people anyway, that like with Melissa McCarthy or
she's not a comedian.
Amy Schumer or whatever. Well, I mean, she takes roles in comedies. I'm not saying she's a stand-up.
No, but that's what I mean. They think they are.
They think they are, but they
isn't.
Yeah, it's like either they. I feel like I don't know if it's like they got something to prove, like, oh, we can hang with the boys in gross humor or whatever. But like, there's a lot of jokes about farts and poop and dicks and like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I don't.
It's
guys doing those jokes. I don't think are funny either. It's just they're easy. They're dumb, easy jokes that aren't funny.
No, but the thing is like I said with Star Trek, it's like they have a chip on their shoulder, and it's this. Instead of just being like a naturally funny person doing, you know, whatever kind of material, it's like they've got this like self-conscious aura about, like, you know, the fact that they're a female comedian instead of just being a comedian. Yeah. And it's like it's always at the forefront of their brains, and I feel like it's like they feel like they got something to prove even though they don't.
Yeah, so
it just makes them come off weird.
According to Box Office Mojo, this is interesting. Domestically, it made $128 million.
$128.
Yeah, $128. Foreign, it made $101. It actually made less
in the rest of the world,
which is weird because that's what I keep hearing is that they're making these movies to appeal to international audiences.
China specifically, yeah.
Yeah. So it couldn't have aired in China because I'm sure it would have made $1 jillion fucking dollars.
Either that or they just don't care about Ghostbusters.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, fuck. Ghostbusters was like the first movie was like a staple movie for me growing up. I never owned it, but like it was always in at the video store, you know. If you wanted something to rent that was family friendly for Halloween or a party or whatever, you know. It was always there, Ghostbusters. It was always on TV. Like any like even in class, like where there was a movie day or a kids club movie day, like Ghostbusters was played a lot. I don't think anybody, like, the 2016 movie isn't going to have that kind of legs. Nobody's going to want to see it. And it's like, at least from the footage that I saw from the ending of that movie, it looks like it's the same kind of problem that I have with the Marvel movies nowadays, where it's just sensory overload. It's too much.
Yeah, and I don't think it ever got released in China because anything I could find, I'm not seeing it ever got released in China.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other thing?
Fuck them.
Yeah. Oh, Bombastic is here.
Oh.
Wasn't LaForge, a.k.a. the Reading Rainbow guy, the first black dude in Star Trek? Yeah, I know. That's the joke. There was like an actual article that said that she was the first...
She was the first
female captain.
first female captain, and also something about how she's like the first black female, which is like also wrong.
Also wrong.
also so very wrong.
Literally, whoever wrote that article was either A, 12 years old, B, had an agenda, or C, retarded. I'd say it's a little bit of B and C.
You know, there's always the posts I see about like places like 4chan or Kotaku in Action or wherever, where people are like, oh, you know, SJWs, they don't actually read these comics or watch these shows. They just like to lecture the people who do. And I feel like so many of these articles like clearly don't have any fucking clue with what they're talking about. That I kind of suspect that that's probably true.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and Voyager also Wild Arm.
Yep.
I mean, it's like I haven't even watched Voyager, and I know that. I mean, before I even started watching Star Trek, I mean, beyond the original Star Trek, I knew all this stuff.
It's almost as though the captain is like the face of the series. How about that?
I mean, I guess it helps that I'm 33 years old, and I was, you know, this stuff was on TV. I just chose not to watch it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's true. I think probably the most famous part of Voyager is 7 of 9, but I mean, it's hard to not know who Janeway is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've ever heard of the show. 515A. There. Happy now?
So I don't watch. It's not like I've ever watched a lot of like. I think it was called The Late Show, right? With the Late Night Show with Jay Leno, or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, I never watched Late Show either.
But I love watching his car show on YouTube because he collects cars and he has people on who like do concept cars or like not remakes. What the hell's the word? Replicas of cars and stuff. Like he had a Mercedes truck.
Oh God.
Yeah, that like would take the Mercedes race cars around, and it was a replica because apparently back when they stopped using them, they just crushed them. They cubed them, and they didn't think that there would ever be a collector's market for it. But I think that was because they crushed them. So it's just kind of funny, but it was cool looking, and I just and he's actually
pretty knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he really does, and it was cool. They had Keanu Reeves actually has a motorcycle company.
Oh yeah,
and the guy who designs them, they had Keanu Reeves and the guy on his show to talk about it. And Keanu Reeves is he's so excited, like he's cool.
You know, Jay Leno actually has lent some of his cars to be digitized for Gran Turismo. He actually has his own section in the car dealership of like Jay Leno Motors or something like that. So.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, he has this car, I think, the one you're driving.
The 76 Ferrari?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah.
But,
oh, no. Conan O'Brien, I don't watch all of those episodes, but Conan O'Brien reviewing video games is funny just because he doesn't know anything about the games. It's almost that's what's the appeal of it. Plus, I like Conan O'Brien. I think he's cool.
Well, I mean, any sort of like reality or information program, I find that it's really not about the subject matter for the most part. It's about the personality and the presentation.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I said, I don't like cars in terms of like, I'm not a gearhead by any means, but Top Gear is funny because they're assholes.
Yeah.
And they're fun to watch.
Exactly.
Or you know, nature documentaries, maybe you don't care about animals, but David Attenborough's voice is sex to listen to, so you do it. Or Kitchen Nightmares, or whatever. Like, it all depends on the presentation.
That's I can't cook, and I'm not learning how to cook from Kitchen Nightmares.
No.
It's fun.
It is fun. I guess this has become the Kitchen Nightmares love podcast.
I guess.
Apparently, there's Hotel Hell that he does too, which I haven't seen.
That show's funny.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen any of it.
I've only watched 6 episodes of it, but it's on YouTube. That's how I've been seeing it.
Yeah. Or another show that really benefits from great presentation is How It's Made. Like, who the fuck would have ever thought that such a boring fucking concept would go on for this long and be like crack to watch?
Yeah.
Bob Ross is another one. It's like you can watch him do anything.
Yeah, because he's just nice.
He's just nice and chill. Like,
yeah.
So no, I definitely get the appeal of Conan O'Brien if you like Conan O'Brien. I'm not really a huge fan of his, but
Well, he's also a very like you wouldn't know it, but he's actually very knowledgeable about
I think you'd
things.
have to be. I mean, I find that like anybody who's going to be a successful comedian or humorist or whatever, like you have to have a wide knowledge base
Yeah,
because otherwise your material is going to get repetitive and it's going to be lowbrow and stupid.
exactly.
You know, like pussy farts.
Yeah.
Oh, Pickle's coming home. Here's my creepy door.
Yay. It's funny too because like I've been looking into Ural sidecar motorcycles, and when I scroll to the bottom of the homepage, yeah,
Are you planning on buying a sidecar motorcycle?
there's no plan to. I will.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah, there. But he's Jay Leno's at the very bottom of the page. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess he endorses these too.
So how is that going to work? Like, I mean, I imagine you're getting the sidecar so that you can sit in it. So who's going to drive?
No, there's many variables to this. So first, I don't know. I cannot find any information on what the law is in Delaware for whether sidecar motorcycles are classified as a 3-wheel or 2-wheel vehicle.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, you will need a
I'm not
specific
asking
bike
you.
license, won't you?
Oh, that I'm not. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's the question. So I don't know what it's classified as. So then I also don't know what kind of license I would need. I know that if
I suspect that you need the bike license because, I mean, sidecars are removable, are they not?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So
So
that would be my
but
guess.
then that brings me to the next thing: that if I need a motorcycle license, can I bring that motorcycle, or do I have to learn how to ride a motorcycle? Which that will never happen. So then I will never get a sidecar motorcycle.
Well, I mean, I would guess that if you went to some sort of licensing program or driving school, they would provide some kind of a motorcycle. I mean, they provide like student cars and stuff.
No, I'm saying there's no physical way I would be able to learn how to ride a motorcycle.
Oh.
There's no fucking way I would not kill myself on a regular motorcycle.
Well, I mean, you could film it for us.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I mean.
I always had it drilled into my head that motorcycles are death traps when I was a kid, because my dad had a lot of friends in high school or in his younger days who bought motorcycles and then wiped out and like horribly injured themselves or died. So it was always like, you and your brother are never allowed to drive motorcycles. Do not ever buy a motorcycle because you will also die. So
well, it's not like sidecar motorcycles are any more safe or more dangerous than a regular motorcycle, but I just feel like
you got a little bit more stability.
I could definitely learn how to actually drive a sidecar motorcycle than to ride a motorcycle. It'd be a lot easier. And I would be less afraid. I mean, it's not like, fucking motorcycles, there's no way.
Well, you know, I hate to say it, but that trip to New York you took where you went on the sidecar tour, like, you looked in that picture the happiest I've ever seen you. Like, you had this look of like childlike joy on your face.
I've loved sidecar motorcycles since I was 10. Like, I love those motorcycles, and I'd love to own one, and I'm not getting any younger. So it's going to have to happen soon. And they're not even that expensive. That's the crazy thing. I'm not getting a trike, Caesar. Those are gay.
Those are fucking gay.
Like,
do you ever remember the show Monster Garage?
Yeah, I used to watch that show a lot.
I used to watch that show, and it's retarded. But I remember an episode where they tried to build a motorcycle that had a Peterbilt engine from a fucking semi-truck. And it was so fucking heavy that they could not have it with a 2-wheel frame. So they had to turn it into a trike, and Jesse James was like really pissed off. Like, I want to fucking drive a trike. Trike's fucking get.
The funny thing is, though, I do know that in Delaware, a trike is not considered a motorcycle. So you can have a regular driver's license and own and drive a trike. So that's still what gay. Yeah, it's still gay, but that's what I'm wondering. Like, if I promise to never take the sidecar off, can I
I don't think the DMV is going to care for that.
No, I don't think so. But it's interesting. But anyway, so I've been looking into it, and I shouldn't have done this because I'm not exactly ready to get one or even know if I will get one.
Now you're on a list.
Yeah, I wanted to get a quote because apparently they're only. I mean, the base model, the CT, is only 14 grand, 15 grand. That's not expensive. That's the price of a fucking compact car.
Of a reasonably priced car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I could easily pay that off or pay for it. So it's not the money that's stopping me. It's the fact that, well, I'd also have to learn how to fucking ride the thing. But besides that, it's not the money that's stopping me. It's all these other things that I'm like, will I even be able to legally fucking ride the thing? I don't know.
Will I die?
No, that's not. I don't care about that.
Oh, you don't care about your death?
No.
No.
Well, that's the thing. I hate driving because I know if I get into an accident, then I won't die, and it'll be all this other shit I have to worry about. If I get into an accident on a sidecar, I probably will die, and I'll have nothing to worry about.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of getting killed on the thing.
You're just afraid of getting injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Becoming a paraplegic.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
Well, you can't. You have to dance at my wedding.
Yeah.
No one else will.
I won't either.
Well, it's gonna be you by yourself.
You gotta stop overcompensating.
Huh? Oh, with oversteering?
Steering, yeah.
Yeah. I have a problem with that. Like, I'm not the best driver to begin with, and if anything, Gran Turismo has shown that I drive like a total asshole.
Yeah.
But going from Vice City's like really arcadey physics to this is kind of fucking me over.
So that's what I've been reading about. Just a little bit that I've read about the sidecar motorcycles is that like when you make a when you make a right turn, then you could tip the sidecar. It can leave the road. It can go up. When you make a left turn, that's when the back wheel will go up a little bit or something like that. I forget. So you have to take turns pretty slow, obviously. The thing and like the top speed for the thing is probably 55 miles an hour. So you're not taking that thing on the highway, which I wouldn't anyway.
Well, I mean, you could always dress up in a Nazi uniform and have the guy with a machine gun in the...
Well, that's the thing. They call it ballast. If you don't have anybody in the sidecar, you have to have at least 100 pounds of sandbags in it.
Like a fucking boat?
Yeah. They actually call it ballast. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I
love sidecar motorcycles. I want one really badly.
I think I'd rather have a boat than a motorcycle, honestly.
Boats are cool. That's my other thing. If I was going to get something like that, I'd get a boat.
Get something midlife crisis-y. Get a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too, is that like I don't have a garage. So I'd have to leave this thing out in the street. I live on a dead-end street, but like I don't trust anybody around here to not fuck with it.
That's really appropriate.
Yeah, I know, right?
That you live on a dead-end street.
Yeah. Though I mean,
somehow that just seems right.
There's like a sports car that's out there, and there's another motorcycle. So I assume like if kids were gonna fuck around, they would fuck around with those things too. There's nothing like, but a sidecar motorcycle is like, I would think that a kid would want to like sit in it.
it's unusual enough that it would attract attention.
Well, that's the other funny thing too. I forget the actual acronym, but they have a term for that. It's called like, Ural. Oh, fuck. Let me look it up because it's actually really funny. No. Oh, hell. I guess I just have to go to the website.
Oh. I'm coming, my TV.
Oh, fuck.
What a bunch of dorks.
Oh, it's called the Smiles Per Miles. No, I'm kidding. That's not...
Fuck you. Are you serious?
No, I'm joking. No.
Oh.
No.
It's not a cookie.
No, I forget what it is. But basically, it's like they say don't be in a hurry to get anywhere because when people see you, they'll want to like talk to you about it or take pictures, and they have an acronym for it. I just forget what it is.
When people see it, they'll think you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even care if people think it's dorky. I think it's fucking rad, and that's what the guy who works he makes fun of me for everything. But I was sending him pictures of like, look, only the coolest people in history rode sidecar. The first picture I sent them was Adam West Batman with Robin. The second one, and then this one I meant, it's Indiana Jones and his dad. Sean Connery, man. You can't get any cooler than Sean Connery and fucking Harrison Ford in a sidecar motorcycle. And then the third one I sent him was those Nazis doing like the wheelie in it. That famous picture of them in the sidecar.
Oh, this is just beautiful. I think we made a lot of progress today. I'm really happy that you found something that you're joyous about.
It's like a childhood dream. Like the fact that I got to ride in one was the best, but now I want one for myself.
Mm.
What's kind of cool.
You can ride in it whenever you want, and no one can tell you when to go to bed.
Yeah, and I would probably just, I mean, I wouldn't really take it all that many places. I'd probably just drive it to work. But I mean, the other thing too is I was reading like they're kind of bulletproof. The like the Ural.
Are you
Like,
shot at often?
yeah, no, I mean like you'd really only have to you'd have to remember to lubricate it and change the oil.
Ooh.
So like if something goes bad on it, like I think the closest mechanics are like 2 hours away from me in any direction, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. That's the same way with tractors. Like when you purchase a tractor, most of no, really.
No, I'm saying you're right. This thing is kind of like a tractor. Like it'll be that unique.
Yeah, it's like you need a specialized thing. So like when you're looking to purchase a tractor, you don't just buy like whatever the best deal is or what brand you like. Like you look around and you see what mechanics service tractors in your area and what brands they service and get that because it's going to be a lot cheaper in the long run than having to go way out of town to find somebody to fix your combine when you've run over grandma or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So there's a lot of factors here that may lead to me not getting one. Unfortunately, it's like the dealer the only dealerships are 2 hours away. The mechanics are 2 hours away. The fact that I don't have a garage to put the thing in. The fact that I don't know how to ride one to begin with. Do I need a license for it? There's
I've
a lot.
got no feet.
What's funny? The only thing that is stopping me. What's funny is literally the only thing that isn't stopping me is the cost of it. That's what's so funny. Normally it'd be the other way around. Like, oh, I can do this, but I don't have the money. I actually have the money for this, but I can't. I don't think I can get one. Well, not I don't mean physically. Do I have? I could finance this thing. It would be a big finance.
If you had $14,000 lying around, I'd probably ask you for some
for
some funding for our Let's Plays, and by that I mean going to the casino.
Yeah, but no, I just think it'd be fun. But it's kind of cool too because it's like I don't know if other motorcycles have this, but it can actually go into 2-wheel drive. Because it has a sidecar, I guess. So you could ride it. Like I watched a guy drive this thing through a river.
Oh wait, so the sidecar is actually powered and it's like hooked up to the drivetrain?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just that both wheels on the motorcycle are.
Oh really? That's weird.
I know, and it has a reverse. You can actually throw it in reverse. Where on a motorcycle, you'd obviously just walk it backwards.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess if you've got that extra stability from the third wheel, you can do that. But I mean, just thinking of like trying to do that when you don't have the sidecar attached is like...
Oh, yeah. So I think it would be a lot easier to drive than I think you drive a sidecar, you ride a motorcycle. But it's like, I think it would be a lot easier to drive a sidecar. And plus, I mean... I could learn all the stuff I'd have to learn. I'm not stupid. I'm just lazy.
I kept telling my teachers that too.
Yeah. Like if I had to fucking work on the thing, I probably could. I mean, you can find anything you need on YouTube.
Probably. Yeah. I find that that's mostly the case. Like with any like home improvement or maintenance stuff that I have to do around the apartment. If I don't know what I'm doing, YouTube will tell you.
The only problem with people is that they always have they have 10 minutes of nothing before they get to the point.
Oh my god, I know. That's like, I know that's a bit rich coming from a channel that posts like hour-long Let's Plays of side missions,
but we're not trying to teach anybody anything.
We're not trying to teach anybody anything, but like my fuck, people need to get to the point. Like,
yeah,
YouTube especially, and even like written articles on the internet in general, is usually like this especially like from sites like Polygon or whatever, it's like this preamble about Vietnamese politics, and it's like, I just want to fucking learn how to connect my PS4 to the TV, please.
Yeah, it's like I just don't get it. I mean, because it's like it's real simple. If you're teaching somebody if you want to make a video teaching somebody how to do something,
well, and it's not what they're there for. Like, okay, fine, sure, you have a core group of people that like your personality and they're there for your jokes or whatever. But like, a lot of people, if you're putting up a tutorial, they don't give a fuck about you.
No,
and you got to understand that. Nobody wants to sit through 3 minutes of, hey, YouTube, I'm sorry I haven't updated.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that shit. I think there's only once where I haven't actually been mad when that happened, was I was looking at I was looking at how to like fix something to do with the pipes, and the guy was like showing off a cool wrench he had that would like do the job, and I was like, okay, fine, that's at least fucking helpful instead of, But you know what? Let's go back to the Lancer, my beautiful friend, the Lancer.
Okay, I didn't see. I haven't been watching the chat. Caesar writes, "Take it to the extreme and purchase an armored personnel carrier."
Herkimer battle jitney.
So if any of you guys are interested, it's Ural is URAL, and you can see they only have 3 models, but then you can kind of kit them out. Like the one, I think it's called the M70. Like that is for like off-road shit. It's low to the ground and all this kind of stuff. And you can like put stuff, like you can have the rack on it with the extra tire and windshields and all this kind of, you can add all this stuff. So like the base model is 14 grand for the CT, but then you can add stuff to it. Like personally, I would add, it's only a single seater with the side, then you have the sidecar, but I would put the seat on it that you can have if someone wanted to ride bitch,
Could you put streamers on the handlebars and all that?
I probably could, yes. And you can get like those big windshields that like how the old cop cars had.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that because I don't know.
I don't know. It just made me think of fucking Lance Vance. Like, see you later, brother. He just drives at him.
Yeah.
The 5th floor of a building.
But it does get expensive after, like, you have to get your riding gear. And then the helmets. Helmets are like $300.
That shit doesn't surprise me. I mean, you want to
No, it's supposed to keep you alive, so I get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's not something you really want to skimp on.
That's what's so funny is that, like, I feel like to match, because I'd definitely be like, I am that faggot who, like, buys a scooter and then wears a tracksuit that's the same color. So, like, I feel like the 3/4 helmet, or the whatever it's called, the quarter helmet, like that is the look you want when you're on a sidecar, but I would need a full helmet so I wouldn't die.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. That's exactly, Caesar. Like, I would get the helmet where you wear the goggles, but it just isn't practical.
No. It's like the safety is something that you can't. I know this is like boring, but like safety is the thing that you cannot skimp on.
Plus, the main thing is that I bought a leather jacket a year ago that I don't feel right wearing. So if I had a motorcycle,
I'm not cool enough.
Jacket. Yeah. Well, it's got those things. It's basically Negan's style of leather jacket, and it's like it's got those big loops on the shoulders, and it makes me look like I have broad shoulders, and I don't. So I know it's a lie. But if I'm on top of a sidecar motorcycle, no one knows I'm a pussy. Or would they know I'm a pussy because I'm on a sidecar motorcycle? This will never know.
Maybe they're like, oh, you're a real man. You just have a 2-wheel.
Yes, the Steinhelm or style helm. Yeah, that would be the big spike on the top, definitely.
That's what the bikers in Vice City wear.
Yeah,
and they're not gay.
No, not at all. What's nice, what's cool too about the sidecar motorcycle is that it actually has a trunk on it. Like you can lock the trunk, and I can put my cat in there or something. I don't know.
How much booze can you put in it?
I think if I remember right, you could at least put 2 6-packs in there, maybe more.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty big because like I'm trying to remember when I was literally sitting in one. I'm trying to remember how it looked, and it was pretty roomy. It's kind of funny.
I mean, I guess you always put the booze as the ballast too.
You could, yeah. Well, that's like I'm learning all this stuff after the fact, but he was using all these terms, the guy driving me around, because he said, he'll make good ballast and all this kind of stuff. And I thought he was just joking, but that's like the terminology.
So now it's like this awakening of like, oh, that's what he meant.
Pretty much I'm getting all the jokes he said 6 months after the fact, yeah.
You're just lying in bed at 2 a.m. and then go, yeah. Oh.
And, it's like how, what is it? You can put in reverse. There's like what's cool is that you can either turn it on with the key or you can actually foot start it, foot pedal start it.
Perfect.
And he said there was a reason for why you'd want to do that every so often, but it's harder. And then, what's the other thing? I think it actually has shifters. Like, it's not just I don't know how motorcycles work, and so I'd have to actually learn how to actually shift and drive the fucking thing. But I think it also has other shifters.
Motherfucker, I don't even know how to shift gears on. Well, I mean, I do, but I never shift gears on my pedal bike. Like, I put it up to the highest gear and leave it there.
Yeah,
forever.
And I don't think. I assume motorcycles probably have a brake. But
I would. I should fucking hope they have a brake.
But I think this has a different set of brakes because again, you're have a sidecar.
Well, I mean,
Really
isn't motorcycle like the throttle is up on the handle, right?
Yeah, but I think this also has different shifters. It's kind of strange. I gotta look into it. Obviously, I don't really know.
I don't know either.
But they're cool. I like them a lot.
I don't know anything about nothing.
Yeah.
So this is the Kate and Matt know nothing about automotive things podcast.
Yes. Yeah, what are the different ones? The CT, the gear up, and the M70. The M70 basically looks like Indiana Jones one, or the Nazi one.
Ooh.
Oh, it's on the website. The video of the guy going through it and going through a river on the fucking thing.
Is it a deep river?
It's up to his
titty.
No, it's like covering up the wheels. It's over the wheels.
Oh, huh.
And it's got a clearance of 6.5 inches, feet. No, is that feet? What's the two? No, inches. Okay,
inches.
The other funny thing though is that it just has a 5-gallon gas tank, which is like
really?
30 miles, I guess. But I mean, again, I wouldn't be like going cross country on the fucking thing. And you could buy a gas tank that you can like clip to the side. I mean, gas canister.
Yeah, I don't know that fuel economy though.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, come on! It's important to respect the environment.
It isn't, not at all.
That's why we're buying a big pickup.
Yeah. This other thing that I don't know what it means is that the sidecar has a power outlet. That's rad. I can play my Game Boy.
Like just like a plug or like one of the car lighter ones.
I don't really know.
There needs to be lighters in cars still.
Oh, this thing says our bikes are happy cruising between 65 and 75 miles per hour.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's insane. Now that I would not want to go that fast.
How much is that in kilometers?
1,000. Oh, I'll look that up. I forgot that you don't know miles.
No, I don't. I thought it was I thought a kilometer is like 0.62 of a mile. I think so. It's kind of hard to make the. So see,
it's like 85.
Yeah, so it's hard to make the conversion in my fucking head. It's not like just 50. It's 0.62.
No, I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. So 65 miles an hour is 104 kilometers.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go. I would keep it at around 45.
That's like highway, interstate, fucking.
Yeah, and I'm not. There's no way. I don't even like going on the highway in a car. I would not take that thing on the highway.
No, I mean anybody who's actually watching the Gran Turismo stream can tell that I have the speed dial set to kilometers. So.
Oh, Caesar told us. Yeah, 100 to 150. Jerry can. Thank you. Also.
Jesus. I have a jerry can you can have. It's
yes. Yes, real names not given. Buys a motorcycle to justify the leather jacket. Yeah, yes, that is what I'm doing. I'm sorry, but that is the case. I bought the leather jacket because I thought I could like play the part. Stolen valor, if you will.
Well,
I can't live with myself.
If it makes you feel any better, I had a duster and cowboy hat before I started working on a farm, so
I have that too.
You have a cowboy hat and a duster?
Yeah, I don't have a cowboy hat. I have like a different kind of large brim hat, but I do have a cowboy duster. Yeah, I bought it off of eBay. Cool. It's full of horsehair.
Well, yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, I've meant to like dry clean it or something, but I never have. But it's so cool. I love the duster. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I kind of.
It smelled leathery too.
Well, yeah, it's because they're like oilskin things.
Yeah,
they're cool. And it is like, and I wear it when I go up to work, and like it does help fucking protect your clothes. Like it's there for a reason.
Yeah, I have it in a box somewhere. I think I got it for cheapish. And it's funny too is that a woman had it actually. A woman was selling it, and I think it was actually a woman's size, but it fit me.
Well, I mean, the one I have is a men's one, and it was a secondhand deal too. Although I paid something like $200 for it. So
no, I got this for like 20.
Yeah, but I mean, they are expensive if you want a new one.
Oh yeah, that's like a trench coat. Trench coats are $150 or more.
Oh, it's a lot of material. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
But I'm just glad that I get to wear it in like general use because it's like it's a good coat, but it's like I didn't want people to think that I'm like a Columbine shooter.
Yeah.
So now the fact that I can wear it out and about and I can just tell people, oh, I work on a farm, this is to protect my clothes.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, okay, you're not going to shoot up my children's school.
Not yet.
Not yet, anyway.
That's when you flip it to the side and you bring out the Henry odd 6 or whatever the fuck those things are.
That is when I reach for my revolver.
Yeah. Or the lever action rifle, the Henry rifles.
Oh, the mare's leg?
Yeah. That's great. I didn't know they called them that. That's funny.
That's kind of the sort of gun I was looking into getting, actually.
Oh no, they're fucking rad. Those lever action rifles are my favorite rifles. They're so cool.
The thing about those rifles though is because at least in Canada, like there's two different kinds of gun license. There's the PAL license, which is I think is like personal arms license or something like that. But anyway, and that covers things like rifles and shotguns. But if you want a handgun, you need a restricted license.
Yeah.
And so getting a rifle would be much more practical because then I wouldn't have to have like extra fucking restricted training.
Plus, like, I don't know what the laws are, but a Henry rifle can hold up to, well, depending on the obviously the caliber, it can hold up to 15 rounds or something like that. So
I can't think that I would shoot at anything 15 times in a row, but
you could. But the option is there.
For fun, but I meant like in an emergency or something.
No,
like,
I know.
I wouldn't.
No,
unless I was a terrible shot, and if my archery skills are anything to go by, I am.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what a deuce and a half is. I'm not like I'm not very mechanically inclined. Like I only like sidecar motorcycles because of how they look. I have no idea how they work.
Yeah, well, I'm just jealous and pissed off at John because it's like I'm like it's because like I'm the outdoorsy like rednecky one of this relationship, but you just have a real like natural talent for aiming things. So I take him to archery and he's doing way better than me first try, or like he goes to go shooting with his friends and they're like, oh, if you hadn't told us we wouldn't know you were a beginner, because he's just like kapow, and I'm like, motherfucker, like it makes me so mad because I'm not a good shot. But I'm like, this is my thing. How dare you be better than me?
Oh, I should have figured Spencer the Frostback is a Canadian.
No shit.
Yeah, I just forgot what Frostback was. Getting non-restricted guns is piss easy once you have the license. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
22 cal or 17 HMR holds more ammo than the 30 cal versions of the Henry rifle.
There's there's like I don't know. There's a gunsmith here in town, and we're not exactly big, so there's definitely a market for it. Apparently, guns sold really well on Black Friday of all things.
Oh man, well that's what I was telling Christina. We were talking about liquor stores, but it's the same for guns. It's like it's two businesses that will never go out of style. People always want liquor, and I mean I know that's like obvious, but it's true.
Yeah.
And haircuts, but even haircuts, I mean,
and haircuts.
Well, no,
liquor, guns, and haircuts, and groceries.
That also seems to be like an evergreen sort of business, where not stylists so much, but people always
like a barber.
Yeah, people always need to get their hair cut.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like if you can look on an Old West Main Street, and your kind of business is there, then it means you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I mean, they wouldn't have built shit they didn't need.
Yeah, you don't see writers on that block though.
Well, I mean, why would they? I mean, there's the town the town paper in the telegraph office or whatever. I guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I would have. I don't know what I would. So I'm sure you think of this, and this is open to the chat as well. If you lived in a different time, what do you think your career would have been?
Well, it would depend on the time. So, like, what are you?
Exactly. So, for me, I don't go that far back, but I never tried going all that far back. But when I went to the Harley Davidson Museum and saw the sidecar, actually, they were also like trikes, but they were the trikes with like the big trunk, so they were purposeful. They weren't just you're just on the thing. They were for a purpose. They were delivery trucks or sidecar like the police sidecars or whatever. And I think that's what I would have went into. I think just so I could ride a sidecar or motorcycle like that, I would have gotten into like deliveries.
Well, my answer is pretty boring, and it kind of applies to almost any time period. Is like
horse farmer.
Well, yeah, even right now, it's like I want to be a farmer, homesteader, or whatever, and like that's like literally the oldest profession there is, other than being a whore.
Yeah,
so,
I was gonna say.
I mean, like I'm set.
I like Caesar's answer: dead or a bandit. The only time I've been in a gun store was when I was seriously contemplating suicide. Oh, that's nice, bombastic. That's
Oh,
great.
cool. Yeah, good.
There's
Yeah,
easier ways of killing yourself than buying a gun.
yeah. There are.
We've all looked into ways.
Yeah, we have.
No.
But the thing with pills is that they're unreliable. I mean, at least a gun, you're got a pretty good bet that it's gonna
Oh,
get it done.
the one time that I ever seriously considered it was I was gonna stuff a bunch of shit into my exhaust pipe and just suffocate in the car.
Maybe I've been doing this show too long, but I seriously thought you were gonna tell me you're gonna stuff a bunch of shit up your
Yeah,
ass.
I was gonna stuff a bunch of shit up my ass until it came out my mouth and I choked.
Until you suffocated because you couldn't fart no more.
Yeah, Matt the milkman, Matt the postman, something like that. I know that's like, I mean, I doubt they even got paid all that well, but it wouldn't have been about that. It'd just been kind of cool. Because I mean,
I would love to have a '50s village where you're everybody. Matt the
Yeah.
milkman, Matt the post office guy, Matt the general store, Matt the.
well, what was that TV show where? I think it was fuck, I think it was the Tool Time show where it had that one character who would always put on different hats. He'd be like, "Hey, don't I know you? No, I'm not the, I'm also the
Tool
mayor."
Time. Like Home Improvement tool time.
Yeah, I think there was
Oh,
like
I don't
that one
remember that.
character later on who would like put on different hat, like literally put on a different hat for what job he was doing that day.
Did you ever watch any of those like old house fixin' shows?
Oh yeah, I used to love
Like This Old House in the
Mr.
New England workshop.
Yeah, This Old House. I watched the fuck out of This Old House. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I used to love Bob Vila like as a
Yes.
kid. Yeah.
Me too, when I was a kid. And I love New England Yankee Workshop because I thought that Norm Abrams' accent was hilarious. Because he was like a Rhode Islander or from Maine or someplace. He
See, it's funny going into the chat. It's similar to my where we all would have been doing like service jobs or whatever. Like we got real names not given. It says military or merchant. Spencer says a tradesman or in the military. Blake says a truck driver.
You know, a military probably wouldn't be a bad bet, depending on how far back you go.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're in like Roman times or whatever, it's like you get fed.
I like Caesar's answers. Janitor, noblewoman's companion.
Consort to the king.
Going all the way back to like medieval times, I don't know enough about jobs back then. I probably would like a apothecary.
Peasants.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, even apothecaries. I mean, I guess that's, I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot, but that strikes me as more of like a fucking
put leeches on somebody.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it strikes me as more like a Renaissance thing, but I imagine they probably did have apothecaries in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, I think the further back you go, the less options you have. At least like at least like from like the 20s to the 50s, or even to the 70s, I would probably have like more of a range of things I could have been.
Probably. We're driving the Tesla Roadster now. It's really, really fun to drive.
Oh, I bet.
I said this last time, but like surprisingly fun to drive.
Yeah. Town crazy.
Town crazy. Town drunk. Town
yeah.
The guy who's in like the stockade in the middle of town. With his like the head through the hole in the arms thing. Whatever those are. Yeah. Is that a stockade? No.
Yeah.
It is a stockade. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, beautiful Tesla. It's so quiet too because it just a little bit of an electrical buzz. There's no brrr or nothing.
No, these cars are supposed to be insanely fun to drive, like in real life.
Yeah. No, I think we talked about this last time too. But like, their 0 to 60 is just ridiculous because there's nothing to spin up. Like it's just you just go.
Volunteer deputy. That'd be cool.
Volunteer drunk.
Yeah, in Western times, I don't know what the hell I would have been. I mean, I know writers existed, but they were like journalists.
Yeah, it'd be the town yellow journalist, George Hearst newspaper man.
You know, been cool. I could have been one of those Penny Dreadful guy writers.
The Penny Dreadful guys?
Yeah.
You know, for some reason, I always think of like, it was around the same time period, but I always associate that more with like Victorian England than I do with the Old West, even though like it's contemporaneous, so... I mean, there's no reason you couldn't be.
Yeah, that'd been fun. I could have totally wrote up like,
this like, being the Chronicle of Castlevania and the Belmont family.
No, but it'd be like the Adventures of Josie Wales. Fucking just write, train robbery shit. Because I don't even know if writing was even all that great back then, but I could have done it for sure.
Well, I mean,
Mortis.
The novel as we know it today was definitely in full swing by then. I think
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. But I mean that kind of writing, like pulp kind of writing.
Well, I mean, I suppose, but like I said, I mean, on the other side of the pond, you had things being published like Jekyll and Hyde. You had Frankenstein was coming, and Dracula. Like a
Yeah.
lot of the classic Gothic novels and horror novels are definitely in that period. So you'd be right in it. I mean, that's what A Penny Dreadful was a schlocky horror novel.
I would have ended up as John Marston, Wild Arms says.
You're not that cool.
No, I'm not that cool. I think in any case, I think like I would have like because my actual job is a writer, but I think I would have been writing anything. If I was born at a different time, I think I would have been writing.
But would you have been learned your letters?
That's the thing. It's going far enough back. I don't know if I would have been educated enough to learn my letters, but I think at a certain point, if you don't go back that far,
if you went way far back, I guess into the medieval times, like you could be a monk because they were like the scribes that would like copy down all the books and stuff.
You know what? I could see that.
Yeah.
Huh? That's not your job.
That's what I would do.
Well, you're not a monk.
I mean, I don't get laid anyway. I could see that. Yeah, I think that's probably what because I'm a coward. Not a coward. I shouldn't say I'm a coward. I don't like. I wouldn't become a knight or something. So I probably would have become a monk.
Well, I mean, nobody's going to attack you.
Yeah.
They would fear the wrath of fucking God.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. And all the little boys like a diddle.
Yeah, and you could get really rich, like selling the remains of your parishioners as holy relics of Jesus's cockbone or whatever.
Sweet. Oh, so I would have been a space Ferengi. I mean, a
space Ferengi?
An Earth Ferengi.
You mean a Jew?
Yeah. I would have chosen to be a Jew in medieval times. So, wouldn't that have gotten me killed?
Maybe, yeah. I guess you could have settled in Israel and like gone on the Crusades, whatever, against the fucking Saracens.
I like how some of them are saying I would have been a lot better. I would have been a noble or a knight or John Marston. No, I'm not that cool.
A Jew?
Oh, no. Wild Arm is correct. I would go back in time and take credit for Lord of the Rings. That is absolutely true.
Oh, so do you know anything more about that Amazon show?
No, nothing. I have no clue.
Because I keep hearing conflicting reports that it was like a new adaptation, and then I heard that also that like it was going to be like a Silmarillion thing.
Oh, I don't know. I just think
I kind of doubtful that it's Silmarillion because I thought the Tolkien estate was like really, really Jewish with letting anybody touch that.
I'm sure they are. Bombastic says he would have. Wait. In Western times, I deliver mail on horseback, like in Terry Pratchett's Going Postal.
QP the Pony Express?
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be too bad of a job, I guess. You have to deal with bandits looking to steal everybody's Amazon packages, though.
Yeah.
I mean, packages from the Amazon.
Yeah.
This was the age of exploration, after all.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool to be like a pirate or a sailor, though.
Oh yeah. There's definitely stuff I would look. I'm talking about like in reality. No cheat, but if I could be anything, like and you know, of course, yeah, I'd be a pirate or a knight or a cowboy,
rocket ship,
a ninja. I'd be a race car.
Gonna be a blitzball when you grow up.
Yeah. No, but like in realistic terms, I'd probably be a delivery guy who writes on the side. That's pretty much what I probably would have been.
Draw ye old Voldemort on the box.
Yeah. There's also that I forget his name now, but how I kind of got the idea in my head that I could be a writer was there is a writer who like apparently famously said writing shouldn't pay the bills or something like that, and he had like a real job, but then he would also publish works.
I'm inclined to agree with that.
Yeah. Well, it's like this one guy who was a cartographer, but he wrote, but his writing was so boring.
Well, I mean, he's a fucking cartographer.
Exactly.
Of course he's boring.
It was so like it's exactly how you would think. Like a guy who draws maps, his writing was super detailed. Like boringly detailed, that like stuff that did not matter at all was in his writing, and I forget his name now, but it was awful.
Robert Jordan.
I don't know.
That's a joke that Jake will get and no one else.
Oh, okay. Actually, being a train conductor, yeah, that would also be fucking radical. That would be really
That
cool.
would be pretty cool.
I do like trains a lot.
You could have a little mustache and like those teeny glasses.
No, I could see that. I didn't even consider that. That'd be fucking cool, being a fucking steam train conductor.
Hmm.
I like how the chat's turned it into if you could go back in time. Like, no. I meant if you were born back then, but yeah, that works too.
I mean, if I could go back in time, I would be stealing everything.
Yeah, that's what Bombastic said. He'd buy a bunch of stuff.
I would be Biff with that sports almanac, I tell you what.
Oh yeah. He wasn't
I feel bad about these.
A silent cartographer? I feel like that's a joke
That's a Halo thing.
Oh, okay.
Really, the only books that anyone should ever need is the Master and Commander series. Like, all 20 of them, just read them over again. That's all you need. This Tesla makes me feel so powerful. Because this is like the electric, like, hybrid races. Like, everybody else is driving old, like, hatchbacks and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, you're killing them, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But not with my fuel emissions.
No. Oh, Wheel of Time. Thank you, real names not given.
Yeah.
The supervisor that yells at children because it's a living. Thanks, Caesar.
Cesar
Chavez.
The failed circus clown.
Yeah.
Fucking Mitch. See, he skips out on Let's Plays. Now he's skipping out on podcast episode. He's missing all the memes, and then he comes back and he has no idea what we're talking about.
What was that one? I was just I have a half hour left of the last episode to edit, but we started doing the Norway.
Oh, yeah.
Norwegian lover, Norway.
Norway is the place to be.
Ugh, I had the radio on and I heard somebody say.
Ugh, I heard the radio on.
Ugh, I had the radio on.
I heard the wee lassie singing. She looked like a whore.
It was a politician, and the guy was talking about it was a Kentucky politician, and he was saying something about how, well, we're at the last stretch. That's a horse racing term, and we had to have a thing for those. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, he used like a horse racing turn of a horse racing phrase, and then mentioned that he's from Kentucky. And I'm like, yes, everybody knows about the Kentucky Derby. Go the fuck.
Literally
yourself.
Everyone knows about.
Yeah, like that wasn't a funny joke, you asshole.
We're racing at Indianapolis right now, and I think that's kind of cool because I watched a lot of NASCARs here, but this is the road course and not the big oval.
Yeah. So. This would be the Indianapolis 500 with the F1, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think F1 is kind of considered isn't it considered like the highest like technical level of racing?
I don't fucking know.
But NASCAR is always more fun because they go around in circles and they've got bright colors and cars go boo.
Wrong. Bombastic says Mitch would die in the AIDS crisis. Also, I like Wild Arm. If you could go back in time, you'd go back to 1776 and say, yo, 250 years from now, there's going to be a black president. They weren't that racist.
Well,
they weren't racist because they didn't think of blacks as people. You can't be racist against an animal.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not making a joke. No. That's how they thought. They didn't think of them as people.
That's why they were racist.
No, but it's like how people use the excuse of the Japanese.
No, it's vegetarian because they don't think of fish as meat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Or a slave owner that exclusively fucks his slaves. Yeah, it would have been Benjamin Franklin or whatever. No, it wasn't. Well, I think he did too.
Benjamin Franklin was well known as a dirty motherfucker.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yes, he is a dirty motherfucker, and he loved farts.
Ooh, who doesn't?
You.
Big beefs.
Big beefy queefs.
Yeah, oh god.
Queefs that smell like hamburger helper? Ugh.
Ooh.
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 Kate explains racism. Oh, Thomas Jefferson, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Kate explains it all.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're not bitching at me for driving across the infield.
I didn't see it yet. Now I'm seeing it. Bitch.
I'm not a bitch.
Yeah, what? An animal is president? Preposterous. How Matt believes the founders would respond.
Founders react.
Yeah. Oh God.
Well, we don't want to get sued by the Found brothers, so
Yeah. Remember that? That was ridiculous.
we've trademarked the phrase "react."
What a bunch of cocksuckers. Swedgen.
What a bunch of assholes.
I still can't. I cannot believe that. Like I forgot, but like, and then that net neutrality is supposed to happen, and then the fucking VGAs.
It's just one apocalypse after another.
Yeah.
Never ends. But the thing is, Matt, is that the people with money and the people with power will get their way, whatever it is they want. So all we can do is make the best life we can because we're little people no one cares about.
Yeah, I know. I just think it's funny because Comcast, it doesn't matter what it happens. Comcast doesn't raise their rates anyway. They don't give a fuck. It's like them or fucking Verizon. And I don't have a choice anyway because I live in an apartment. I can't get, I have to have Comcast. There's no other choice.
One of my favorite things is cable ads that are like fucking mudslinging against like satellite or DSL or whatever. And it's like, most of the time it's like, I'm not exactly blessed with the luxury of like DirecTV being like, fuck Dish Network. It's like, I can't afford any of this. Why are you signed up for cable? It's because there's no fucking satellite in my area. That's why.
Yeah. Matt and Kate would send Mitch back to the Holocaust to see if it was real.
To see if his Judaism was real.
Yeah. Oh, the flag guy. You finished.
Yeah, I did. I finished. I went in the first place.
How far ahead of you? Oh, they're still going. What, did you beat them by minutes? That's insane.
Something like that. I mean, there's been a couple of times where I've lapped cars.
It's like Mario Kart.
Well, with less bananas, but just as slippery.
Yeah.
Nyuk, 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 nyuk,
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. Why is that way skeletons laugh? That's how skeletons laugh. Nyuk, nyuk.
They shouldn't be able to because they don't have tongues.
So they have to say nyuk because they can't go haha.
Because they don't have lungs.
Or tongues.
Oh.
Oh no.
Really, they should laugh like those chattering teeth toys then.
Yes, they should. You're right. Wait.
How many more races you got?
1 million races.
Oh.
Like we're on the National A League right now. There's still International B, International A, and then the Super Series. So quite a ways to go.
Because Curly is dead. Because Curly from the Three Stooges did it, and he's a skeleton now. I like how Dylan... Hey, Dylan. Hey. I don't see you here too often. I like how Blake and Dylan pretty much had the same joke. That's perfect. Oh, and... yeah, and... Beat you, bitch. Oh, man.
Oh, Dylan Tierney. Hey.
Yeah.
I thought you meant, him.
No. Yeah. Oh, actually, I am going to listen to... the Dylan that should not be named. He did put out his yearly VGA prediction cast with I forget a few people joined in. I think it was Devilman, and I forget the other guy. Maybe it was Caesar. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna listen to that probably when I'm at work because those are usually pretty entertaining.
Well, okay. I mean, did you know, like, apparently Spike is rebranding as Paramount Network next year?
Oh, weird.
Which is fucking bizarre to me. Because it's like, and apparently they do have a slate of, like, original shows coming up to, like, populate this fucking thing. But it's just strange to me because it's like Paramount just keeps trying to have a TV network. And it just never works out for them. Like, they tried in the 70s. And it never even got off the ground. Then they tried with UPN. And that shit went under. And now they're doing it again by ruining Spike. Which, I mean, I guess is already ruined because it's Spike, but still, I mean, where else am I going to watch fucking World's Deadliest Car Chases, MXC, and fucking Slam Ball?
I don't know. Well, the VGAs don't have anything to do with...
Aren't they still on Spike?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, really? Well, whatever, but still, that's weird. And Paramount should just know when to fucking fold them.
How many Hulk movie marathons are they going to air? That's funny that we were actually talking about the Hulk movie like an hour ago or whatever.
That's that we were.
I forget who I forget what movies Paramount puts out. I feel. I mean, I know they used to put out a lot, but
They do own they do own the rights to Star Trek
okay.
films. They own the rights to Star Trek films. CBS has the TV rights.
Oh.
So, but I don't know. Paramount doesn't really have a whole lot going for them right now.
Yeah, Caesar, I feel the same way. I mean, I know. I think net neutrality is actually the good thing, and they're trying to end it. But you know, you listen to different people. You just who the fuck knows?
Yeah, no, you have it right.
No, I know, but I mean, like when you would people who you think would know better argue how ending it would be good, and then you would have a good argument, but they'd still be wrong. It's just weird, and they politicize it, which it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a political thing. It's like they want to make like people. I think people want to make it like a utility. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it probably should be.
yeah,
I mean, it's at this point, like it's different than something like a TV service or a telephone service. The internet has like wormed its way into every aspect of everyone's fucking life. For better or for worse, personally I think worse, but I mean it's become such a fundamental aspect of 21st century living that it's hard to say that it's any less valid to have it as a utility than like electricity.
yeah,
I mean it's or water.
yeah.
Indoor fucking plumbing. Like it's not essential to live the way that, you know, having working taps might be, but it's like
It's political because people want to trigger liberals.
well, I guess. But I mean that's so easy at this point. You can do that with anything.
Oh, Wild Arm, I hope Boogie wins another award at the VGAs for being the world's fattest gaming YouTuber. Actually, I did look to see.
I beg your pardon.
Last year, Boogie won some kind of award. I think it was for like
being a spineless fuck.
No, some kind, you know, being a YouTuber or whatever. And it was like he was going against I don't know who else and Angry Joe. So I'm glad Boogie won. But like, remember he couldn't walk up to the stage because he's such a fat piece of shit. They had to walk to him to give him the award. And I actually last year I forgot all about this, except that I've actually been on Facebook long enough to see my year posts, and I wrote.
Yeah, you usually get banned well before that.
Yeah, and I wrote something like, I was like, what did they cut a hole out of the side of his house and airlift him to the fucking award show?
I should probably try turning at some point.
Maybe.
This is what happens when I'm paying attention to the chat.
Trending gamer. Yes, thank you, Dylan. No, I did look to see who the new ones are, and it's funny because there's some idiot who he's got a mustache and a mullet wig.
Oh, good.
And his name, I forget his name, but he all out of fucking nowhere, I kept getting recommendations for him, and then I saw that he's one of the trending gamers. I'm like, oh, that makes sense, but I already fucking blocked him.
Oh well, you know, I was like my issue with Boogie wasn't his weight. I mean, it's just the fact that he's like he always tries to be everybody's friend, and so because of that, like he ends up not actually having. Yeah, he ends up not having any kind of opinion. So he makes a 30-minute video saying it could be A, it could be B. Yeah.
And Wild Arm's correct. Yeah, no one cared about the others, but everyone was glad Angry Joe lost, and that's true. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect, Dylan. Yeah, that's the one. And a week ago, he started getting recommended out of fucking nowhere.
Who the fuck is Dr. Disrespect?
Oh, okay. He must be the only like outlandish YouTuber doing Player Unknown Battleground. That's why.
The fuck?
And then the other guy, who I know will win. Because it's literally I think he's called Disabled Gamers or something. Like he's literally in a wheelchair with like an air tube. So
a charity case.
Yeah, he'll win. Now he might not be I mean, I don't know who the guy is. He might be a good guy.
Yeah, whatever. Sucks to be him.
His name is Jacksepticeye. No, he's not. He wasn't. But I do think it's funny that Jeff Keighley did, or at least, I think it was him on his Twitter, said, what are you looking forward to the most of the VGAs? And one of them was Kroby Cat's video. So he actually, because that was the top comment on the actual video announcing the VGAs, and he did that in a Twitter poll. And that didn't win, but it was like second place.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just don't like award shows in general for the most.
No, I
Like,
don't watch them.
not just VGAs, but like Emmys,
Oh.
Oscars, anything. Like, it just turns into a circle jerk of celebrities being very smug to each other, and I don't find that entertaining.
I'm only interested in it because Kroby Cat will come out with a video making fun of it. I do not care about the VGAs. I only ever watched the first one. I never watched them since, even after hearing, oh, this is cute. Just driving past all these little ass cars. You know, even when I heard that they'd gotten a lot better, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
No, me neither.
It's an award show. I don't care about award shows. And like you said,
It's an award show.
It's an award show. I can't stop coming. Kate and I disagree on a lot, but agree that Boogie would snap his spine in half to appear neutral.
Who said that?
Dylan. Tierney.
Oh, we do disagree on a lot, but I don't hate you.
No, Tierney is one of the good ones.
He's one of the good liberals.
Yeah,
sort of.
It's not one of those better dead than red situations.
Well, I mean, we could if we wanted to stir up some drama and maybe get an award of our own, but
yeah. I don't know. I think I stopped liking Boogie just when he just constantly, when like it seemed like every other one of his videos was him crying about how fat he was. And I'm like, dude, I do not fucking care. I know you're fat.
It's like, I got Womp for this. I don't need you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Womp is over in like a tenth of the time. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he's a nice guy in real life, but it's like, I just don't. People subscribe to you for gaming news and opinions, or lack thereof, I guess, in Boogie's case, but they don't really want to hear about your health problems.
No, it's this whole. I'm not saying it's on purpose, but it's the whole YouTube, like, oh, I'm your friend.
Yeah, it's using YouTube as your own personal fucking blog, basically.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's like the whole, like, it's not a community. It's a we're all friends kind of thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I would tell you my deepest, darkest secrets, so we're family now. You know, I'm not saying he's doing that to be
we're bound in blood.
Yeah, but that's
tell
how
the FBI I'll kill you and eat you. I guess so. I mean, do you have any further examples
of people who are like that?
Yes.
Shit.
Holy shit! Am I going 260? Holy fucking 270! God, this car.
I can't think of anybody off the top of my head because most of those kind of people I've stopped watching.
Well, that's fair. I mean, I know that we kind of blurt out all kinds of inappropriate and embarrassing things on the show, but at least it's like
it's more for comedy. I'm not throwing a pity party. I mean,
we're not throwing a pity party. We're not begging, and I also think we never really like positioned ourselves as a gaming channel so much as a general bullshit channel. So
yeah,
I'm a good driver.
The only award show that matters is the podcast awards, and even that it doesn't matter because you guys are never nominated. Of course, we're never nominated. Nobody knows who we are, and I wouldn't want to be nominated anyway.
I didn't even know there was an award show for podcasts.
Yeah.
Let me guess. What is it? Last podcast on the left. Welcome to Night Vale.
We're not a shock jock podcast. Don't call us that.
Well, we kind of are to an extent.
I guess.
We say all kinds of asshole-ish things for the purpose of kayfabe. So,
but I think the difference is, I keep saying this. So the difference is, I feel like those other shock jockey podcasts write down the stuff they're going to say, and then they're like, "Oh, this will get them. This will shock them." My brain just works that way. I say shocking things.
You know, I've been hearing that some people think that I'm insensitive to my audience because I say shit on the radio that people just don't fucking like.
Yeah, lawyers can suck a dick or whatever he says.
We're gonna say what the fuck we want to say on this here fucking radio station. If you don't like it, turn the fucking dial.
I'm Matt's other poor guy. Yeah. We're all gorillas, like it or not. We are all friends.
We are all Leslie Jones.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Racism's funny.
Yeah.
Only when it's not actually like heartfelt, though.
No.
That's the thing. We're not actually, and I think that's what puts us into the category of shock jocks. Is we're not actually disgusting people. We just say things we really shouldn't.
Oh yeah. I guess
without thinking about it.
Spoonie did win some kind of, but I don't think it was a podcast thing. But yeah, he won. It was like
a biggest scam artist award.
No, this was like before all that. It was like 2007 or 8 where he won like when upcoming internet guy.
Upcoming internet guy. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? I shouldn't have hit that. Just because I clipped a teeny thing going 200
Oh,
clicks.
Christ. Yeah.
I feel like I should have scooted by that. What from store, John? I don't know what from the store. Find me some dinner food that I will enjoy. Dinner food and snacks and juice and candy.
How much of that do you actually want, though?
I don't know. We'll talk about it when the show's over.
I wanted to go now.
Well, we'll go in half an hour.
Lord Cat's kind of a schmuck.
He probably killed a guy.
What? I think you said that before, but I don't know.
I don't think
that's not true.
Well, no, it's not true, but I just kind of feel like he's the kind of person who might have killed a guy.
Oh, okay.
This is
internet guy.
This is total slander. No, but like I don't know. I just feel like Lord Cat is kind of like, I don't know. I feel like he's probably.
This is why we Kate, be careful. This is why we kicked came from the internet off the channel. We don't want to get fucking sued for slander.
No, I don't know. I used to actually like Lord Cat because he seemed like one of the only people on that
Seems sane, yeah.
Glasses channel that seemed like he wasn't a complete spurg, but it turns out he is a complete spurg.
Yeah.
So that's mostly what I mean by I think he killed a guy. Is I mean he's a fucking autistic spurg.
Spoonie has not made a real video in over 3 years. Phantom Network, that is correct. Oh, hello, Phantom Network. It's funny how people start showing up 2 hours after the fact where I want to stop, and then new people show up. So I'm like, oh, I guess we can go for a while longer.
Well, we'll go for another half hour, and that'll put us at about 3 hours. So
yeah,
let's see why not. Because next up is the European Hot Hatch series, which is
sounds sexy.
Fucking hot ham water.
Oh.
It's going to be the most tricked out Clio you've ever seen. I just don't understand the fucking European obsession with hatchbacks. They're not cool.
No, they suck.
They do suck, but they love them over there.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
I have no idea why. I mean, that's the hot hatch. Fucking racing hatchbacks.
Nothing
What
much.
a bunch of
Phantom Network. Do you go by a different name somewhere on the Discord or anything? I wonder if you know them.
Different name or gender?
Yeah, different name or gender.
I finally put in the rules of our Twitch chat that show up before you can join the Twitch chat that you have to come here for the commentary. So
Dylan, actually, it was the first maybe 10 or 15 minutes where I had like I even said we have nothing to talk about. This might be a short one, and now we're still talking for some fucking reason. Well, okay, no, actually, the initial D is the initial D car a hatchback?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. There is a version that is. Oh, I'm not. Phantom says, I'm not known. Okay, that works for me. Just curious, because people go by different names. So, you know, if you're Willie, because wasn't he Phantom of Crankor or something? Or was that Willie or was that Jake? I forget. Anyway.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I follow you guys. I don't say much. Oh, we got a funny. I think he's a new subscriber and a commenter, but he like English isn't his first language. And I went to his channel, and he basically just does a bunch of like cooking videos. But like his comment was funny because it was just something like, "Funny, you guys funny, good joke." Yeah, you guys funny, good joke. I subscribe and like. I'm like, oh, this has to be spam. And then I was like, oh no, this is a real guy.
Either that, or maybe does he cook with spam?
No, these are like legit. No, these are like no. I didn't realize you're making a joke, but no, he makes like legit food. It's like there's hundreds of videos of just cooking stuff. I was like, wow, this guy. I mean, I'm not gonna watch his stuff because I don't watch cooking videos, but he seems like he knows what he's doing. His stuff looks really good. Huh.
That's exciting. I like cooking. I like cooking for myself. I don't like cooking in a restaurant setting. I find it very stressful.
That's what my dad used to cook, and I mean, he was a short order cook, and he said he'd never do that again. He likes cooking for himself, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel the same way. There's way too many people who take shit way too seriously, and they just scream and cuss at you, and it's just not worth it. And I also one of the things, like, I just don't like the pressure and the time crunch, and it's just like you have to have everything right now, immediately. Who the fuck is L. Bouvier that I'm racing against? Some of these fucking names. W. Nixon, I. Kennedy.
Driver asshole.
Driver asshole.
Yeah, it's like when I named that F1 car and I forgot. So when I was playing with my friend like a year later, it's like driver asshole is right behind you. We both started laughing our fucking asses off.
Well, apparently Nixon is just ahead of Kennedy.
Ooh.
Ooh. He knew he had him killed. I'll have to get past Lady Bouvier's lover here.
Oh no, the guy's name is Backen und Kochen mit Peter. German,
Okay.
I assume.
So something in cooking with Peter, maybe?
Oh, okay. Yeah. He seems like a nice guy.
Oh, maybe it's baking and cooking with Peter.
That makes sense.
That's totally my absolutely unofficial translation by guessing.
Nah, that makes sense.
Nein. Because a lot of German sounds like English with hootens and flutens and achens on top of it. So, you know, you can guess.
You know, fan, we've gotten that offer before to help with editing and stuff, but I amazingly I'm able to actually keep up with all that stuff myself.
Oh, is he offering?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks.
Thanks. Yeah. I know I just leave him hanging.
No, we can.
That had that happen to me. That's why I kind of never liked. Why I stopped liking. What's that guy's name? Pat the NES Punk. Because I remember he was. I think maybe he wasn't saying that he needed help, but I offered and never heard anything. I was like, well, geez, you could at least say no.
Didn't that happen with Radar too?
No, that was a different thing.
Or there was wasn't it a con video or something he did?
No, it was with them, but it was something different. It was. I think he thought I could do something else, like come up with video ideas, and I thought he just wanted an editor, so that just didn't work out.
Oh, okay. Well, I wonder if it had, that would have been weird and awkward.
Oh yeah. Well, it was funny because I still remember that one thing I submitted to them. Another guy who submitted to them was actually that Matt guy from Two Best Friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my only claim to fame is that we shared a Dropbox once.
Ooh.
Ooh. And now they're big ass fucking losers, and I don't. Well, Two Best Friends. I don't think they're losers. I just don't like them.
You're just sour grapes.
No, I tried listening to their podcast. Oh! That guy was so wrong about something that I wanted to argue with him about it, but I couldn't because it was happening in the past, and I also wasn't there.
Goddamn London and your twisty streets.
Oh, Tyranny says that's 98% of all freelance and/or help. People just don't talk. Yeah, but then we had our own reasons to not like them anymore anyway, so it all worked out in the end. We have many reasons not to like them. It wasn't just the one thing that happened to me.
Even if we didn't stop liking them, I have a feeling they would have stopped liking us.
Yeah. If we didn't take ourselves out of that community, they would have burned us at the stake.
They would have banned us.
Yeah, they would have banned us. Matt versus Matt. Yeah, basically.
Matt versus Matt Pat.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ugh.
TBF. Oh, Two Best Friends? I don't know if they're douchebags. I have no idea.
I don't have a problem with any other YouTubers simply because I don't really follow any other YouTubers. I don't really watch YouTube at all anymore, hardly.
And my hate is so ancient that I forget the reasons why I don't like people.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I think the only person that I haven't actually gotten mad at was LGR.
Oh, no, it still hasn't happened yet. I mean, I don't even like JonTron anymore, and I thought that was never going to happen. But and I don't dislike him as a person. I just find his content is so fucking boring now.
I just feel like LGR is you get what you came for. He stays in his lane, doesn't fucking make drama. He's got a chill personality. He's not screaming at the camera, being wacky.
And apparently his other hobby is cooking, but he has a whole different channel for that. And he only mentioned it once. And he's like, hey, I got this other channel, and I'm not going to shove it down your throats.
Well, that's good. I mean, it'd be like if somebody who signed up to a YouTube channel for podcasts was suddenly subjected to a whole shitload of Let's Plays that were really bad in their feed. I mean, what an asshole thing that would be.
I still remember, I don't remember who said it, but they're like, oh, just don't become a Let's Play channel. And we're like, oh, no, that'll never happen. And we're not technically still, but we just added more content.
Are you talking about the other two? Are they off this channel? Short version, someone in chat. Can you help out Phantom Network? I don't know what's going on.
What? Oh, no, we're talking about Laser Time.
Oh,
We're talking about Talk Radar. It's something that we were involved with a long time ago. Well, not directly involved with.
We were part of like the
community.
fan community. But
yeah, this is old news.
This is 7-year-old
old.
news. It's just basically they kind of went the way of the social justice warrior and the Patreoners, and we went the way of being assholes.
And this was before all that too. It's like when I remember like the when I finally just wanted to write him off was when he wanted to charge $50 to read someone's fan fiction.
Yeah.
You give us $50, we'll read your fan fiction. Like, that still makes me mad just thinking about it. Like, how fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I mean, I understand having to make, you have to make a buck when you live in fucking San Francisco and your rent is probably $10,000 a fucking week. I live in fucking San Francisco.
Well, I had a pretty hard time swallowing the asking for money for a podcast because, it's just because, we do a podcast and we know that, guess what? It doesn't cost a lot of money. So.
No. I could break it down. We've done this before. I'm sure people are bored of it by now, but the most I pay out of my own fucking pocket for this podcast is maybe $150 a year. Now, granted, that doesn't granted, we're not popular.
No.
If we're as popular as Laser Time, yes, then if you want your own website and traffic and all that kind of stuff, yeah, the cost goes up. But it's not
to the point where you need $50 to read a fanfiction.
No, and that's what was so gross about it. It's like, I can understand asking for a subscription fee or anything else, but to read someone's fucking fan fiction, that's just preying on your fans.
No, I'd be more okay with something like a per video Patreon payout or some shit like that, but that's a bit much.
Oh, see, Real Names Not Given knows the long ago, the before time when dogs shit on their own balls.
Yeah.
So whoever Real Names Not Given is, I always forget who that is. I think I do know who that is. Yeah, they know.
They know.
You could Spencer the Frostback. You couldn't pay me to live in fucking San Francisco. Yeah, I agree.
No, I wouldn't either. It's actually awful because we were talking with John's parents about our honeymoon plans going to London. His dad's like, you haven't earned going to Europe because you haven't worked and saved enough, which is like, first of all, what? But anyway, he was like, you should go to San Francisco, like your mother and I did, and it was a great time for us. I'm like, I think I said something to the effect that like I would rather eat ground glass or something, and he was like actually really pissed off at me for a few weeks because of that.
Jeez.
But it's like, I guess that. Well, I guess so, but I mean, it's like, I guess they would have went like the 70s or 80s, right? Where it wasn't a complete shit show. All you had to worry about was AIDS, not, social justice or whatever.
Yeah, Phantom. I wasn't talking about Dylan, the Autism Depot Dylan. We weren't talking about him.
No.
Like I said, I still watch his stuff. I don't watch all of his stuff. I don't watch a lot of people's stuff, but I mean, I do plan on watching his VGA's video because I think I always found those really funny and entertaining because he brings on people who listen to his show and people who still listen to our show. California as a whole is my idea of hell. There are parts of California that I'm sure are fine because I got a few friends. Like Lee is from California. Susan, like I would visit their neck of the woods for sure, but I wouldn't go to San Francisco.
McMuffin.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to San Francisco or LA. I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go there anyway. And I mean, part of the reason for wanting to go to London is just because we have friends who live in the UK or in Europe, and we'd like to go to see them because we know that they can't get to the wedding. So we thought, if we're going on an expensive trip anyway, let's go to them.
Oh, shitting on your own balls does give you a boner, Mike. That's pretty much fact for anyone. The before time. That still cracks me up. That's funny. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, we've talked about this to death, but it's just, it still bothers me. It just bothers me when people ask for money for this kind of stuff because I just don't. Unless if you're super fucking popular and again, like I don't hate money like Kate does.
I don't hate money either. I just have a hard time asking people
for money. Yeah.
For money when it's something that I know doesn't actually cost me much.
Yeah.
Like something like, and not that it's popular enough to justify it, but something like Lonely Gods, where I actually have to buy things every week.
Yeah.
That cost does add up. That's different. But when you're just talking into a fucking microphone, but whatever comes in your mind, like that costs like almost nothing. Like there's no reason to ask for money. You know, I just feel like the people who support you, like you have to give them the respect of not abusing the privilege of their support, if that makes any sense. You know?
No, that makes perfect sense. I know exactly what you're talking, because like I forget there was an actual. Oh no, it was like the nicest guy in Hollywood, not Tom Hanks. We actually mentioned him. The guy who played the guy who's the Fonz.
Oh, Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler said, you know, entertainment is a circle. I'm one half and the fans are the other. Without both of us, there'd be nothing.
Yep.
And that's how I feel. I think you have a certain responsibility, and you have to be honest to a point, of course, and to just not take advantage. I mean, of course, like, you know, I was going to say, you know, if you become super popular off of something, there is a certain expectation to strike while the iron's hot. Everybody wants to make some money. And if you say you don't want to make any money, you're lying.
No, but the thing is I'd like to make it in a way that I don't feel scummy doing.
Sure,
like,
and that's
the thing is I'm used to being poor, so that's okay. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Well, that's what I mean. That's pretty much the one thing that everyone has to come to grips with in their own life is what will make you scummy. What will make you feel scummy? Some people don't have that feeling about anything.
No, I think the line is different depending on who you ask. But for me, it's like I kind of have.
No, that's what I mean. I mean, in general terms, everybody needs money, and everybody would like to have a little bit of money.
Oh, sure.
Like, for example,
just as a total sidetrack, does the front of this car not look like the Batmobile? Because that shit looks like the fucking Batmobile.
The whole
to me.
thing looks like the Batmobile. That's really.
It's a Mercedes from the Vision Gran Turismo series, which is actually concept cars that were made specifically for the game. They don't actually exist in the real world, but they were concept car models made by various manufacturers, including Mercedes.
You smash into the fucking wall.
One of the cool things is when you get going fast enough, the little spoiler pops out of the back, and when you're not going fast enough, it goes back down.
Ooh.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, what's this? Dylan. I assume he's saying that he donates. And I'm not even saying. I used to get like upset at people who would donate the things I didn't like, but I don't care about that stuff anymore. It's your money. You can do with it what you want.
Yeah, it's up to you if you feel like it's worth it. It's not really for me to say.
I don't donate to anybody. I'll buy merch, and like even so, I like Mega 64, right? And I wanted to get their sweater variant that they're going to sell on Black Friday. They wanted $45 for this sweater.
That's too much.
I don't like them. Yeah, I don't like them that fucking much. I like them a lot, but not $45 a sweatshirt.
No, well, I mean that is one of the ways that I would feel okay with us monetizing things, is that if we if we did, for example, make a profit on the shirts, even if it was a small one, like at least people are getting something in exchange for their money, other than just our fucking goodwill or shit that we do anyway. Like,
yeah, it's exactly, it's stuff we do anyway. If we had no listeners, I'd still be doing this.
Yeah, so I mean, we basically have no listeners anyway.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I was going to say, so a story from work. I got nominated for
Academy Award.
Yeah, I got nominated for the Academy Award, and
best sidecar bike
guy. Yeah, and careful, we're live. We have to be careful of what I say. So basically, it's just you get a little certificate, right? And then the boss sends out an email. The owner, the CEO.
So at the McDonald's where you work, like you get your little employee of the month picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's essentially. Yeah. And so he sends out. So he's like, starting next year, anybody who gets this award or similar, there's a different kind of award too, gets $1,000.
Holy fuck!
So I missed. I mean, he might just be kidding around. Although he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who kids around with that kind of stuff. And I just, so this was an email sent to all. So I was like, all I sent to all was a picture of Fry's face, that meme with him squinting his eyes. Because I'm like, this award thing's been around for a few years. This is the first time I've gotten it. And then he says next year is when there'll be money.
Like, so we had to get your turn done and over with.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's just kind of, first off, that shows the kind of luck I have. Second of all, this goes to beat the money part. It's like, do I need that money, like enough for me to make a stink and say, hey, that's not fair. I should get that money. Like, no. Do I want $1,000? Oh, very much so.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say no to free money either, but I think the thing is like you have to know what your goals in life are and what you actually need, and I'm not a very ambitious person, so I don't feel the need to be rich or to get money from everybody constantly. It's like,
Now Bombastic and Mike are saying how they like to watch their friends struggle. No,
makes you feel powerful.
Yeah. Bombastic said he doesn't like to see that. Anyway, no, I just thought it was funny. So then my direct boss, we were talking about how the award works is that I actually have to nominate someone next. So that's huge pressure on me now. I have to nominate somebody for next year, and they will get $1,000. Like who do I fucking? I think I have an idea, but then my boss was like, well, if you nominate
yourself,
if you nominate me, we could split it 50-50. And I said, hey man, we can split it 75-25. I just want a little bit of money. He started laughing really hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I think I'm just kind of glad that my mindset is kind of hippie-ish, so I feel like I'm kind of immune to some of this stuff.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want money, I just want to go be friends with the trees, man.
I want both. I want to be friends with trees and money.
Get my tits out in the woods at night.
Yeah.
Go on weird mushroom trips to the spirit realm.
Oh.
Ooh. Good old drugs. I don't do drugs.
You don't do that. Yeah, I was going to say.
Fuck no. No. I hate weed guys so much that I would feel like a total hypocrite if I did drugs of any kind.
So I don't hate weed guys, and then I also don't laugh at a lot of those kind of jokes. Yeah, but my friend at work sent me something that was really funny because it was a guy who got his license for medical marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
So the first license from a year ago was him looking very serious. Then his renewed license a year after was like his hair's all crazy and he has this huge smile on his face in the ID picture. I was like, okay, that's funny.
That's pretty funny. It's yeah. Well, the thing is like, I don't necessarily approve of it, but the thing is like what people do in their fucking off time is up to them. It's not, it's not up to me to tell you what to do. It is I don't like. It's not so much the people who smoke weed that I hate. It's weed guys.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, it's like anything. If you define yourself, if your only defining attribute is something that you ingest, you're a fucking asshole.
Oh yeah, and like if it makes you weed guys out there feel any better, I also hate wine guys.
Yeah, I don't. Alcohol people piss me off more than weed guys.
Wine guys are the worst though. Like of any subset of alcohol
stupid.
guys, wine guys are awful because they're just like everything. It tastes so good. The subtleties. It's like it tastes like cough syrup. All of it tastes like cough syrup. It's all the same.
Yeah, Phantom. That's exactly what we're saying. I mean, and that extends to anything. If you're only defining.
Sorry,
feature,
what was the comment?
I mean, it's like weed isn't bad. The people who make their life circled around it, that's bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I find annoying.
Yeah, if your defining feature is just one fucking thing and that's all you talk about, you're just a boring human being.
Pretty much. So how about these Gran Turismos?
Oh, these Gran Turismos are great. Hey, did I tell you how I used to jerk off all the time? Let's go back into our first episode.
Let's do our first episode where you jerk off and I talk more like this.
Yeah.
And I stuffed things in my asshole.
I mean, I don't. I know I do it, and I'm not trying to. Now I'm kind of like tooting my own horn, but and I'm sure I'm wrong.
Yeah, we can all know about you tooting your own horn.
Yeah, but I really try to not talk about the same stuff all the time.
Yeah,
I mean, I know I do, like in general terms, like I don't want to bring up the same thing all the time, but I know like I am who I am, so I'm gonna have the same reactions to things and like have a certain point of view, but like. It's like people who just only talk about football or only talk about like.
Oh, hey Matt. So we've got 2 more events in international or national A. Do you want to just finish it off and go?
Yeah, because I gotta hit up Animal Crossing and talk to my boy KK Slider to get a song from him.
By events I mean series that have multiple races in them, though.
Well, how much more than you think? A half hour?
Probably. There's a classic muscle car series, and then there's the national championship. So.
That's fine. I'll give you another half hour at least.
Yeah, we get to drive the Dodge Challenger next, the 70s Dodge Challenger, which is
Cool.
my favorite car that we have. And
hell yeah.
If I could have any car without like worrying about the environment or money, it would be this.
I rolled my eyes so hard.
Yeah, I know. I told you I'm a hippie. You know that.
Yeah. Personally. Oh wait, no. Oh, actually, let me read. I said personally because Phantom wrote that night. But speaking, I don't smoke anymore. But my roommate in college legit needed to take the liquid weed to not have seizures. Oh yeah, I've heard of people who are like actually like allergic.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he was a really sweet guy and never hurt or bothered anyone. The school took it from him, and he had to drop out after a really bad. Oh, he had to take it because he had to take it medically. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Jesus Christ. What was I going to say? Oh, my favorite car of all time is the Chevelle SS.
Well, it's still in that.
It's not the same car.
It's in the same wheelhouse anyway.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, I've always loved the muscle cars that are as wide as the fucking street.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I don't hate Death Proof. It does have some fairly decent like muscle car porn in it.
That whole end part of it is great. I just don't like the middle.
It takes too long to get there, but
yeah,
not enough happens on the way. And I kind of hate the fact that like motherfucker. Oh, hey, it's a Camaro SS is a ninth place. Not a Chevelle, but it's an SS something. Oh, a Nova SS. God, there's lots of shoot stuff.
Yeah, super sports. I like how Mike's comment from a half hour ago popped up again. Yes, hello, I am internet guy. Oh, now it's gone. Weed Coffee 2020.
Nice. Now this shot right here, this could be any 70s movie. It's like some Steve McQueen shit.
Oh God. Oh,
I love it. Yeah.
The car in front of you kind of looks like a Chevelle, but that must be the Camaro, right?
That's the Camaro, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything I know about cars, I've learned from this game.
Mike, I think it's funnier. Weeb in a sippy cup is funnier than weed. Let's just weeb sippy cups. Thank you, Spencer. Oh, that's again like how sidecars have been my favorite motorcycles since. Well, I know it's not tight. Well, you know what I mean. Since I was a 10-year-old, like Chevelle SS has been my favorite car since I can remember.
Since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Boop.
Don't put weeb in your sippy cup, or do. Oh, it was funny.
Okay, what the fuck kind of spoiler is that? Holy shit!
So I
could not need that much. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just like this, there's no way this car can need that much fucking downforce. What the fuck is this thing?
Oh,
it's
that!
Like
oh no! That's the
shit.
Barracuda.
It's stupid.
I know, but that's the only car that it's okay with is the Barracuda. I think that's the Barracuda.
Ooh, it says Plymouth on the side.
Plymouth, isn't it Plymouth Barracuda?
I don't know.
Let me see. Barracuda.
Ooh.
Yeah, I believe that's the Plymouth Barracuda.
God Christ, that's stupid. Anyway.
That is hilarious.
Boop.
If weed cured gluten, and it's not an allergy, let me make
if weed cured gluten.
Yeah, you're triggering me right now, Bombastic. I do not have the allergy. I have the autoimmune disease, celiac disease. Anyway, if it cured that, yeah, I'd start smoking weed tomorrow. Actually, no, I wouldn't start smoking it. I would take it some other way, and I would make sure to get the stuff that doesn't make you paranoid.
Weed tablets.
Well, I mean, you can cook it, you can fucking vape it, you can do all kinds of shit.
No, I know, but I mean, like if they put the active ingredients into a pill.
Yeah, I would take the pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as long as it didn't make me feel. That's the other thing is I just don't like how it makes me feel differently. So if I didn't, if it could just, it probably still would, I guess. But anyway,
I've never smoked it myself, so I wouldn't know. But I just like I've been around it enough that I kind of like it's got to the point like I just can't stand the smell of it. When it's smoked. So if you
that's my other favorite car, the Shelby Cobra, the one that you're crashing into. Is
the Tintin Mobile.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not crashing into it. I'm just kind of okay. It's sort of like when I'm good at skating, not skateboarding, but like ice skating because I'm a frostback. When I went to skating lessons, I never really learned how to stop, so I kind of like smush into the boards on the side of the rink. So that's what I'm doing here. Is I'm using them to kind of like bank myself around corners.
When I played when I played Gran Turismo 3, that's the car I had, the Shelby Cobra.
Oh, really?
But like I didn't understand the game, so when they gave me another race car, I sold it and then didn't realize that I needed it to race. So I took that Shelby Cobra and I went on that one oval track.
Oh yeah.
Had to go that you had
Like-
to do a bunch of tracks on to get more money, and I did it hundreds of times. And I'm like, and I just could not get enough money again to buy one of those needed cars. So I just never played it again.
Yeah.
I should have just started all over again. That was the thing.
Yeah, for Gran Turismo, really the only thing you want to do is sell dupes.
Yeah,
Don't sell anything else because you never
I
know.
had no idea.
Yeah, you never know when the racing requirements is going to be like. You're going to need the specific kind of drivetrain or a specific kind of aspiration or like a year or a country or a model or like, they make the racing requirements in so many different ways. It's like it's kind of hard to know for sure what exactly you're going to need.
Spencer says cars nowadays look like kitchen appliances.
I guess.
I think there's still some cars that are okay, but I mean, I don't know enough about cars to kind of tell you. But like for a little, like not this year's or next year's or whatever, but like I thought the Mustangs. But that's the thing, like the Mustangs started to look like how they used to look. So yeah, I guess you're still correct. A lot of these
I think
too rounded.
Well, I mean, a part of the issue too is like with with fuel economy and look at how I'm drifting around these cars. I feel so cool. A lot of the concerns with like safety and fuel economy and all that stuff now, like there's the muscle cars are out, supercars are out. Like,
no, I know why. I mean, because it's like
know.
you get into an accident in this car, you're dead.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like this thing just kind of like jumps around the corners, smooth as butter. I love it.
Does this car have the car that killed James Dean, the Spider? Do you know?
The Spider?
Yeah, I don't know.
What manufacturer is it? I can go
I'm not
look.
really sure.
I can go in the car store and look if anyone cares.
Yeah, we
But,
should.
Sure. Okay. Just to find out exactly what kind it is, and I'll.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that the car store in this game has a fucking search function now.
The mystery of James Dean's cursed Porsche. Oh, it's
Oh, okay. You know what? No, they don't. Actually, one of the weird things is that for a long time, up until I think Sport, there's no. Porsche had an exclusive deal with, I don't know if it was EA or if it was with Forza, but there's no Porsches in Gran Turismo. They use the basically same car, different badge RUF cars instead. But yeah, weirdly enough, no Porsche.
Yeah, see, that's what Spencer's saying. The sports car revivals look okay. It's the daily drivers that look plain as fuck. Yeah, I agree. Because I was looking, I don't know if you know this, Spencer, but I have a Chevy Cobalt from like 2007. I'm not saying that car's anything special. I'm just saying I feel like if I'm gonna get another car, I'd probably stick with a Chevy. And I was looking at new Chevys, and I'm just like, man, none of these look cool. Like they're just all. I mean, not that the Cobalt look cool, but I'm saying all these cars just look so boring.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm at a point where it's like we don't really have the luxury of being able to pick and choose, because it's like if we're going to have an acreage, then we need to have a pickup because we need to move things, and it has to have an extended cab because we're going to have children's. So it really kind of like you narrow it down, I guess, based on what you need, not what's cool, which is sad because that's the adult way of doing things, and that's lame as fuck.
Well, even then, I mean, I didn't choose the Cobalt. I got the Cobalt because it was on sale.
Yeah,
It's not. It would have been my first choice. And I look at cars practically also. Like, I mean, if I get a car, it'll probably be a fucking hatchback. So
a hot hatch.
Yeah, a mini. Yeah, exactly. No, it's like Christina's got a what does she have? A Mitsubishi something, some little hatchback. It's probably the same thing I'd get.
Mitsubishi Hitachi Magic Wand.
Yeah. Jesus. I live on a street that has a guy with 3 Cadillac coupes and an El Camino. El Caminos are fun. They're so funny. It's basically a car truck.
It is a car truck.
There used to be one of those on my block when I grew up in Elizabeth. Big surprise.
Oh, you know what we saw when we were coming home from the grocery store the other day is that somebody had, like, as a station wagon, like an actual station wagon, like with wood paneling all over the place. Like, it was the fucking Clark Griswold car, like, exactly.
That's awesome.
It was beautiful. You don't see that anymore. Like, who the fuck owns a wood-paneled station wagon? I don't know who the hell parked that there, but I kind of want to meet them and shake their hand for having such a beautiful throwback to stupidity.
I wonder if LGR has a wood-paneled station wagon.
Probably. It's got a wood-paneled everything else. I hear he uses varnish for lube when he jerks off.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I went to the Goodwill this morning just to see if I could find anything, and I didn't. But the Goodwill by me isn't very good.
Okay. That's a great story. I'm glad you told us.
You mentioned LGR. He does the LGR thrift.
The thrifts, yeah. Okay, I get the connection now.
But does that guy have a Lamborghini in his garage full of bookshelves? No.
How the hell would you fit bookshelves into a Lamborghini?
It's a meme.
No, I know. The fucking he's here in his garage with this gay Lamborghini with his knowledge.
Yeah, what a fucking jeez.
What a yahoo.
I remember I didn't get that joke at first because I have ad block.
Yeah, I saw it a couple times because I have it on. I don't have ad block on my phone.
Mm.
So when people send me YouTube videos, I have to see that.
Oh, here comes the Shelby again.
There goes the Shelby. There you go. Eat my rubber. Burn some dust.
Oh, Mike says maybe the person who parked the station wagon was on their way to Wally World.
Oh fuck. They're gonna be severely fucking disappointed.
Oh, is Rick and Morty? Yeah. If you need to go watch Rick and Morty, please go ahead, Phantom.
Who are you?
I don't know. He says he doesn't talk much, but he follows us. That's nice.
That's nice. Thanks for popping in.
I do like how people sometimes, I guess there's people out there who do not care that we shit all over stuff
that they like.
I guess
that speaks well of them. I think it speaks well of your character.
Yeah.
That you don't get triggered and think that a difference of opinion is a personal attack.
Yeah. Plus, they probably know that deep down it's just jealousy. We're jealous of Rick and Morty.
Of course.
Oh, he's being facetious. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, fuck you. Get out of here.
Yeah, fuck you.
We hate you. Although anybody who is watching that's more of a lurker, we do like to hear from people. So have a chat with us if you feel the need.
I'm legit curious just to know. All I really want to know is, we get on average 100 views on a podcast.
Yeah.
I just want to know how many of those people actually listen to the whole damn thing. The number is low, and I mean low in quotation because it's high. I mean, when I imagine 100 people in a room listening to what I have to say, that fucking blows my mind. But I mean, as far as YouTube is concerned, I wonder.
Yeah. Although
it seems legitimate because it's 100.
I'll tell you what, a lot of YouTube channels never break 1,000 subscribers like we have. So I mean, we're not that bad in the grand scheme of things, I guess.
Yeah, but that was. I mean, I don't know how much that was due to Dylan and it came from the internet, but I'm sure half of it was.
Oh, I'm sure a good chunk of it is. But
yeah.
I mean, the thing is they've been gone for a while now, and while we have definitely dropped, I mean,
we only lost 50 or 60. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, it's gone back and forth where it's we lost a bunch, and then some new people join, then we lose a bunch more, and then some new people join, so it's kind of gone up and down. For the last 28 days, I think our subscribers are sitting at -4, which is the lowest, which is, I guess, the highest it's been for a while, as sad as that is.
Well, the one thing that I like, though, is that when we get a new subscriber, I know it's because the whole reason why we wanted to split the brands was so that I would know who's actually subscribing for us.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that was a big thing for me, too. It's even if our best isn't very good, at least we'll know that it was our own Steam.
Yeah.
So. Arcuda 6-barrel 70.
I listened to the whole YouTube podcast because I don't have enough room on my MP3 player.
Sometimes you lose me to porn.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, hell, I've watched stuff that's 15 minutes long where I pause it in the middle just to fucking go jerk off for something.
I'm really impressed with the fucking mountain backgrounds. I don't know why.
This game looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just a 2D. That's just a texture, but it looks amazing.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a photo tourism mode where you can kind of just tool around the locations and not just as a camera and look at things. I mean, there's apparently the Rome circuit, they actually rendered the inside of the Colosseum, which you'll never see from the track.
Oh wow!
So their attention to detail is kind of retarded, which is, I guess, why it takes 10 years to make one of these fucking games.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has anybody actually purchased or played Gran Turismo Sport? I want to hear if all the bad things I heard are actually true. Because I do have a PS4 that I've never actually played in the 7 months that I've had it. Yeah, it does kind of look like a fish with that big fucking spoiler.
Oh yeah. Sport. Now I remember you talking about Gran Turismo Sport, but that's more of an arcadey version, right?
Well, I feel it's more of a multiplayer focused version. Like the Gran Turismo campaign mode isn't present as far as I know, or it's very much reduced compared to past games, which is a shame because that's kind of what the knuckleheads who buy these fucking games enjoy. It was. I think I'm pretty sure it was made to be like multiplayer focused, like VR compatible and all that shit. So.
Oh, Pleximax. Hello. It was GT2 for the PlayStation, so I'm guessing it's Gran Turismo 2.
Yep.
The only one I ever played was 3.
Well, I mean,
want to get some kind of racing game.
I mean, 3 is like it's probably one of the top selling PS2 games ever. Probably one of the top rated PS2 games ever too. I mean, Gran Turismo was. I mean, less so now, but I mean, it was definitely one of the PlayStation's top brands for quite a long time.
I mean, and they had a lot. So they had Gran Turismo, they had Ridge Racer.
Yep.
They had.
Well, that was Namco, but yeah.
Well, you mean Sony branded? Oh yeah.
But I mean, like first or second party, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one of the big PlayStation brands, right up there with anything else they produced, like Crash or Jack or Ratchet, whatever. I mean, even Grand Theft Auto to an extent, even though it's not a second party thing, it was exclusive for a fair while before the Xbox finally got their ports.
Yeah. Real Names is saying Gran Turismo doesn't have a single player outside of Drive School. That's what he hears.
Oh, fuck, seriously?
Yeah.
That's awful. I mean, like, something that's arcadey, like a Need for Speed or, a Burnout, I wouldn't like that either, but I would understand. But Gran Turismo is like more technically minded, and I think the audience that buys them are kind of more interested in tinkering with the transmissions and tackling a long campaign. And that's why I said last time, like I feel like the RPG gamer kind of skill set really translates well to this series specifically.
Phantom says Spyro.
Spyro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Spyro was a thing. But I mean, Spyro didn't last. I mean, Spyro, like, as soon as they moved from the PS1, things started to go south.
Yeah, well, I think he's joking.
But,
until it got turned into 10-year-old traps.
Well, you know what? He's not wrong, though. I mean, Spyro was a great series, and it was definitely one of the flagship platformers on the PS1.
Bad Dragons? Mike doesn't trust Bad Dragons.
But then they started doing things like hiring David Spade.
Yeah.
And selling them, because it was weird, because like Sony, like there was Spyro from Insomniac, and there was Crash from Naughty Dog, and both of them were PlayStation exclusives. And then for the PS2 generation, Universal ended up buying both of those fucking franchises.
Oh.
I'm glad you're so interested.
No, I'm just...
Ooh. Well, we just have the national championship to go, and we'll be done for it today.
Yeah. I haven't been up since 4.
Oh, fuck, ew.
I can't not sleep any later than that. 5. I think I got out of bed at 5, but I woke up at like 4:30.
Do you have to go pee-pee?
No, I I go to bed at like 9. It's hard for me to stay up till 10.
All right, you are old.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I love you anyway. Well, not really, but...
Yeah, Bombastic's right. I mean, it's not a racing game, but Disgaea is also just PlayStation. Wait, no.
No, it's on PC now. But...
Yeah, and it's on on the Switch.
Oh, is it? On the Switch? Okay, well. Neato, Frito.
So you're wrong.
Good day, sir.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mushroom cup, 100 cc. I do still plan to continue doing Gran Turismo streams until we finish the campaign. And like I said before, like you don't have to do every single event in the campaign to finish. It's considered done when you hit 300 stars earned, and you get, I think, 3 stars per race won. So there's way more races than are actually needed to get like the end cutscene.
Mm.
So,
the Disgaea 3 and 4 are still PlayStation exclusive.
Disgaea 5 too, isn't it? Or is 5 on Switch?
5's on Switch.
Oh, okay. I thought that was 6. I guess there is no 6. There is no Division 6.
Who's got a big spoiler now?
Well, that's because this is my little race burner tuner car that needs downforce so that it doesn't lift off into the fucking sky. I did actually manage to get air with this thing on one of the other tracks where I hit a bump the wrong way.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. It was taking off to return to its people.
Cars Planet instead of Cars
Planet Cars.
Yeah.
Back to Cybertron.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I don't know. I always really like using the Lancer in these games because, like I said, they're very modifiable and versatile, and they can qualify for like a lot of the different events, and which is great, especially in later Gran Turismos where they're very, very Jewish with the winner payouts. So the less cars you have to buy, the better, and the Lancer is a great fit for that.
The car people that I've met either own a Lancer or they want a Lancer. People like Lancers, yeah.
There you go. We actually, so far in this playthrough, we've used 2 different kinds of Lancers. We've been using this one, which is the 05 touring car, 05 touring car, for most of the races. But then during the Japanese 90s event, we actually I used a 90s Lancer because I'm really not creative at all.
The fuck is that? A BMW?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's an Audi. I think.
An Audi with an Audi little body?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, fantastisch, Vic.
Real names has Sonic Forces, apparently. You're attempting to beat Sonic Forces. You probably could have beaten it while watching this entire thing. I hear it's like 3 hours.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. That's really? Oh.
Yeah, we should just. I guess we could just let's play it.
Sonic. Yeah, no, we'll do Sonic 06 and then react to it like we've never heard that it was bad before. We'll act like all surprised that, oh my god, what the fuck is this shit?
It's like
what?
It's like
what?
Poop.
Oh god, it makes me feel sick. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing a popular game or a game that's been covered a lot before, but just don't fucking react like you're the first person to discover it, or that you don't know what it's going on going in.
Yeah.
Going on?
Going out, going on.
And don't try to tell me the same fucking 3 facts like everybody else has.
Did you watch it?
The AVGN one?
Yeah.
I saw part 1. I haven't watched this new one yet.
Oh, like what was he saying exactly?
Honestly, I don't really remember.
Oh, all right.
It was like a year ago. Tony likes to watch the AVGN episodes with me. It's a thing that we do together, even though I probably wouldn't be watching them if it was just me.
The only thing Sonic I like is the Sonic Boom cartoon.
That's not true.
No, it's true. I think it's funny. Oh, no, I mean, it's not the only thing, but I do like that cartoon. I think it's pretty funny. And I beat my dick to Amy. Actually, no, I beat my dick to the twins that are on the show.
Espio the Chameleon?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hmm.
No, there's like these twin echidnas. They're not echidnas. There's something else that look like echidnas that are purple and they're pretty hot.
Echidonas.
Yeah. So what the hell is it? I'm gonna look it up. The purple girl Sonic Boom.
Sonic Purple Girl. I love her.
Oh, there she is. Percy.
Percy?
Yeah, let's see. What is she? Oh, Stacy is her twin sister. Oh, they're bandicoots. Dun dun dun.
Bandicoots.
Yeah. Oh, they're hot in any case.
Oh, I don't know. They're gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Stacy's
The
mom.
Boom cartoon that makes Matt think the wrong things. Nothing's wrong.
The Boom anime babes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sonic Boom's got the boom. Oh, yeah, now I get it. Okay, thank you.
Welcome. I feel myself getting like way too excited for the new X-Files, and I know it's not going to be good.
When's it coming out?
January.
January,
Like
yeah.
it's almost here. Like I'm like, oh, new season of X-Files, yay! I just like it was the first like grown-up show that I was allowed to stay up and watch, so I have like a special, fondness for it that it probably doesn't deserve. So even though season 10 was like, what the hell, I'm totally on board for 11 or as many as they make because I'm an idiot with no self-respect.
I mean, I enjoyed that season, and I enjoyed half of it a lot.
I enjoyed the Monster of the Week was fine. Is the way that they made the mythology make no sense, where they threw out everything from the past 9 seasons and were like, actually, that was all a lie. And I'm like, no, that's literally impossible that it was a lie because like all of these episodes.
So I couldn't finish the legit, like the first seasons. I mean, the first run of it because I just don't like that show that much.
X-Files?
Yeah, I never finished it because like half the episodes were fucking boring.
You wound me, sir.
I know. I'm sorry. I watched a lot of Star Trek for you. You gotta be.
You didn't do it for me. You did it because you liked it. If you were doing it for me, you'd still be watching Voyager. You fuck.
Yeah, true.
I mean, granted, Voyager is my least favorite, so you'd be doing it so I can laugh at you, but you'd still be watching Voyager.
NN. Did you talk about NN yet? What's NN? 9 Inch Nails.
9 Nails.
9 Nails. Yeah, no, we didn't talk about 9 Nails yet.
9 Nails with Trent Razor.
Yeah. No, but it's like I was saying, like the X-Files episodes that were the Monster of the Week stuff I love, but then the main story stuff, it was so boring. I just didn't like it.
I love the mythology, but it is convoluted, but it makes total sense. But the problem is they basically, like I said, they've finished the story arc halfway through the 6th season, and they gave a little bit more closure during 7. And then they kind of rebooted it and added new stuff to it for 8 and 9, but it still didn't contradict itself. But 10 was just like, never mind. It was all a lie, and I'm like, but it couldn't be because we saw. So whatever. But because of that, though, I kind of feel like the overarching plot already had its finale.
Yeah.
So like the other stuff is kind of just gravy to me. So I'm not as mad at it as I would be if something like Twin Peaks came back and shat all over itself, because that was actually, unfinished business. Whereas X-Files has had the ending that it was going to have already, and in fact, it's had like 3 endings now, so it's okay.
I like this, but Matt, did you watch them with no lights on?
Did you hope the smoking man was in this one?
Yeah. Wind. Oh yeah. Fuck. I know Wind. I'm forgetting his name right now. The only good episodes of X-Files were the non-canon ones. That's how I feel.
They're not non-canon.
Yeah. I know what he means.
But a lot of the standalones are great episodes and lots of fun. And I mean, there are some people who kind of watch the mythology only, and I think they're missing out on a lot of good standalones.
Oh, that's nuts. Yeah.
That is nuts. But I mean, like the show supports that to the point where they put out DVD sets that were only the mythology.
And was net neutrality. We talked about it a little bit. It is what it is.
Yeah, I think we decided that we wanted to eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it sounds tasty.
I mean, obviously, whatever. If we're supposed to be against it, we're against it, or whatever. It's like, but there's nothing we can do about it. So what can you do?
Yeah, that's kind of how we've. I think that's what that was like for serious. The conclusion is that we're powerless little people. So what's going to happen is going to happen, and we'll just deal with it how we can.
Yeah. And Captain Largo was playing The Witcher.
Oh, good for him.
My college buddy, she got engaged, and I'm just sitting here listening to you faggots while playing The Witcher.
Well, I got engaged too, so there's hope.
Nice.
There is hope. The real challenge for the wedding stuff come next is now that I've got the invitations done, I have to actually get commitments from people as to who I'm going to send them to.
Yeah, must be tough.
Uh huh. I have to drag you out of Delaware, aren't I?
Probably.
Fucking asshole. I'd prefer if you'd be quiet. Hey, that's another thing in January. GDQ is coming back. HGDQ 2018.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like a lot of shows of like that. I mean, like I'm
Not,
actually
not that GDQ is a show. But
no. But I'm saying like stuff. It's like
stuff's coming back.
yeah, like Longmire came and then I was able to. He came on me and then I was able to finish him, and then
you were rubbing your nipples in it.
yeah, and then Frontier and that was something I liked that came back and
what's
Gotham.
Frontier again?
That show with Jason Momoa that you don't know who he is.
Oh yeah. Let's see. It's like poetry. We're coming back full circle.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that this is our last series of races because we're starting to repeat the conversation from the start. Who's Jason Mimosa?
Looking forward to Cancer Runners. What the hell?
Oh, that's GDQ. They do it
yeah.
for the prevent cancer Jews. I don't know. Could be good. Could be cringe. They posted the schedule. I'm surprised at some of the stuff they have in there, like the original Dragon Quest. Like, I don't think that would make for a good speedrun, but apparently that's happening. So I'll probably watch that just out of curiosity, if nothing else.
Plexus. I thought the first season of Frontier was a little eh. The second season I thought was great. It really picked up a lot, and I'm just a big fan of Jason Momoa. So he's actually the reason why I like the second season more is because he's in it more. Another show in a similar vein, I feel was well, it's kind of funny because it's like there was like Longmire, and then the other show is The Red Road, and the same actors in both those shows and in Frontier. So I just thought that was kind of fun.
Oh, sorry. Just to go back to Games Done Quick for a quick second. Ha ha ha. I was gonna ask you. So, how long roughly does it take for like a normal Breath of the Wild playthrough?
Oh God, I don't know. I have no idea. They're trying to speedrun that?
Yeah, it's actually it's the big finale game for the last day of the marathon is Breath of the Wild. The time estimate is just under 4 hours, so I was kind of curious as to how long the game normally is because I don't know like how much of a chunk they've knocked off of it.
I'd imagine if you wanted to just if you didn't know what you were doing, it would probably take you 20 hours. I would think.
Okay. Well, I mean the category says all main quests, no amiibo, so.
Oh, 565. When it says, "Hey, there's a game for this show. Win a seat to Kate's wedding." Yeah, Mike, is Jason naked in Frontier? Half naked, yes. And 70 hours, Jesus Christ. And the only reason why I even want to see the new DC movie is because he's Aquaman. He's in Red Road he was in, and I thought that was good. The show wasn't that great, but he was good in it. Bullet to the Head, a Stallone movie, he plays the bad guy, but that movie was actually great, and he was good in it. I never saw Conan. Because I remember he they did a remake of Conan the Barbarian, and he was in it as Conan.
Oh, really? Did he review games?
Yeah.
That's a really lame joke, I'm sorry.
I think Breath of the Wild took me 50 hours to beat, too. But, I mean, that was like at the height of my fucking itchiness and non-sleeping, so I don't know what happened during that. That's what I'm thinking about playing the game again, because I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
I think you mentioned that before, like you weren't sure if the fact that you loved it so much was real or not.
Yeah. No, I think I'd still enjoy it if I played it again. It's just... Okay.
I probably won't watch that run, but...
The story is so minute, and I think that you'd have to really enjoy the gameplay at that point. And the exploration.
Hot. I mean...
Cook.
Lots of Liberty... Wow. I was going to say lots of Liberty City stories. What the fuck? I was going to say lots of Zelda stories aren't really the most in-depth things in the world.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've been playing way too much GTA lately.
Come to Canada, give me loonies, please.
Yeah, well, no, I don't want him to give me loonies. I just want him to be my man of honor.
No, Caesar's saying he's thinking about moving to Canada.
Oh, well, I don't. I mean, maybe do, but also realize that like we've stay away from Ontario. It's like infested with SJWs. Also, stay away from Vancouver. It's infested with SJWs. Move to like Alberta or somewhere where men are men and women are men, and
Oh,
everyone is all together in a bathtub. Apparently, Halifax is getting pretty bad with SJWs too.
they're everywhere.
I know. Just really like to fumigate the place.
Yeah. Oh, I did start playing. I sat down and actually finally played more Nier Automata. Not that much more, but
Apparently, I have that game. I didn't know that.
oh, what on Steam?
Yeah, I don't remember this. It's in my Steam list. I'm like, I have no memory of purchasing this because
So I wanted to get you something for your birthday, but your Steam wish list was fucking garbage.
I have a very teeny Steam wish list just because I did not want to get notified continually of sales that I wouldn't participate in.
Oh.
I mean, there are plenty of stuff that I would enjoy beyond Cubert or whatever the fuck's on there.
So I bought this thing called a Magic NS. It's by Mayflash. It's a USB stick where you can sync up controllers to your PC or your Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to sync up my PS3 controller to the PC so I could play Cuphead.
Oh, nice.
But it works. At first, it didn't seem like it worked, but it worked, and it's only $25 or something. And I might want to try it with the Switch, but I mean, for what reason, I don't know. But it's cool.
I saw an article where somebody's hawking like a wireless SNES controller that works with the Switch, and I kind of feel like that probably wouldn't work.
That's something Nintendo, Bitendo or Nintendo?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But I'm not really. I don't think it would be like because they don't even have a virtual console, so I'm not really sure what the point of it is.
No, this little flash drive is pretty. Or it looks like the
dongle.
Yeah, and it even has a USB in on the other end. So like, if it doesn't recognize the controller right away, you can like, if it has USB, you can do it that way. And I didn't know this. You can actually charge a PS3 controller through USB through a computer, a PC.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, I had no idea.
My setup is that in our living room, like I have there's the TV and the entertainment center on one wall, couch on the opposite wall. In between is a coffee table, which is in fact my computer desk because I have the PC out here so we can do streams and stuff, and Let's Plays and all that. So I have the PC usually hooked into the TV to watch stuff. So I, just when I'm or when we're like watching a Blu-ray or something on the PS3 and the controller is getting low, the computer's USB port is a lot closer than the PlayStation one. So I usually just plug it in there and it works just fine.
Yeah, GameCube controllers work with this Switch now. Caesar says because how's Winnipeg? Are they full SJWs? Probably not.
No, Winnipeg is one of the prairies, and it's in Manitoba.
Right.
So it's fine. The only thing you have to worry about there is like bitterly cold winters.
So Jericho, the wrestler, he's like actually from Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's that one clip where somebody says, "Go back to what do they say? Go back to Nova Scotia or something," and the Jericho goes, "I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot."
Yeah, the other thing too is like on some of the like especially like Manitoba or Saskatchewan, like you get a lot of like strong winds there because it's just plains and there's nothing to like stop the wind or whatever. So so like if you're driving a tall vehicle, you can get like fucking blown over sometimes.
Oh, shit.
So if you plan on going outside in the winter with no coat on, driving a semi, you will have a bad time in Winnipeg.
This track looks cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Real name's not given. Says he just beat Sonic Forces.
Congratulations.
7 out of 10. He says. He claims.
Do you feel like you got your hey, you fuck off! I see you. Go away.
Captain Largo says, "I live in North Cal, right above the valley in Sacramento. Us and those boys are like the Black Watch guarding the wall from those savages in SoCal." That's funny.
I get that reference. Haha, I'm funny.
No, but I just like the idea that the people they're trying to protect you guys from fucking SJWs.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it. Got too many everywhere. What some of the other fucking runs in this are? Pac-Man World 2? That's weird. Weird choice. Oh! Doing 100% Ocarina. Which I know you don't like.
Huh?
Oh no, wait, it's Alex that hates Ocarina, isn't it?
Yeah, I love Ocarina. I've played it like 14 times.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forget which bitter man-child I'm talking to sometimes.
I did start watching that guy that does the speedrun documentaries.
Oh, you'll have to link me to that. I was interested in watching those.
Oh, I thought you were the one who told me about him. And there's a different guy.
No.
There's another guy who did a big. He did one for Ocarina, and it was pretty interesting. A history of speedrunning, and then he has another video that I haven't watched yet, where cheating in speedrunners, like the history of cheating in speedrunning. And I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
In the Ocarina Time one, there was some very notorious cheaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I forget what he called it, but it was where you splicing, where you splice together a bunch of footage to make it seem like you got through an area faster than you did.
Oh, yeah. Some people for most speedruns, like they're divided between RTA, which is real-time attack. So meaning it's a real-time run beginning to end, and also segmented runs, which is where you play each segment of the game individually. So I guess I seem to remember something where people were like trying to cobble together like a segmented run to make it look like it was RTA.
Yeah. Oh, he paid $25 for it. I guess he got it during the Black Friday sale.
Oh,
for
good.
Sonic Forces. Yeah, it's not bad.
How edgy was your OC?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Captain Largo wrote, also don't associate us with those fake tan wearing assholes. We're not too far from Mount Shasta. It's really cold up here. I found a dead bird that was still standing from the ice that had killed it. Jesus Christ.
Aw, poor thing. I kept trying to make friends.
Wrote it was cool.
I keep trying to make friends with the crows that live outside. But I don't think they're very interested in me. There was this one in the summer. He was like throwing a nut on the ground over and over again to try and like get food in it out, but he wasn't having any luck. And he threw it, and it went under a car. And so I went and I got it for him, and I stomped it open for him. And I thought, like, to this day we have made friends. But he like hopped away and like didn't want to be my buddy. So he did nibble what I made for him though.
Oh, that's good.
Sometimes the ducks will come up to us, like the ducks that live in the creek, and they'll like sometimes like if you watch them long enough, they'll kind of like start to fucking get a little bit brave and see that you're not gonna kill them.
Yeah,
and they'll come see you. Like it's funny because like when there's a big flock of them like in the creek, like there's like the biggest bravest boy will come up the bank and kind of check you out, and then the rest will like follow after. once he's like the coast is clear that we're not gonna kill them.
Whatever that red car is, I think it was pretty fast.
Yeah, well, not fast enough.
Now Plexus and Captain are telling each other how metal as fuck that was, that bird died standing up.
That is pretty metal. Oh my god, that's a barrier. I can't drive through that. Fuck.
And his OC was a retarded Sonichu. Oh, I can't wait to see you crash into whatever. Oh yeah, nope.
That's my karma for cheating.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, one of the things I liked in Gran Turismo 3 is that you deal with like oil changes and you can go to the car wash when your car gets all dusty. That was fun. I mean, it's fun in a completely boring and stupid way, but it's fun. Yeah, I mean, National A is like kind of like that league is kind of where the AI drivers actually start to try and drive instead of just like puttering around like grandmas. So it's actually nice because then there's competition, and it's how I always know when somebody who bitches about these games doesn't play actually very far into it. Yeah, they're like there's only 6 cars and they drive real slow, and it's like, well, you didn't leave the lower rankings, did you? Because eventually it'll be 16 cars per race, and they will all fight me. And I will still win.
This is the last one?
If it's not the last, then it's the second last.
Oh.
Ugh, they. I think this is second last. But
Oh, well, I think that's it for me after you finish this one.
well, I mean, we're on time to. Well, by the time we fucking do the wrap up in the after show,
I don't think it's gonna be much of an after show. We've been going for 3.5 hours, Kate.
I know. I'm not mad at you.
I know.
I'm just saying. If you want to start the wrap up now, then let's do it. That's fine.
Yes. Thank you for listening to us. We are Random Assault Podcast. You have been watching us play Gran Turismo or been listening to us doing that thing.
Oh, hey, there's a little gap here.
You can go to randomassaultpodcast.com and do this stuff. Yay.
Yes, you can also. The YouTube has the podcast. The YouTube has the Let's Play. The Let's Play of the current time is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. It is a game for the PSP that is now being played on the PS2. It is a fun game, and you will go ha-ha if you watch the video of it, because we are not funny, and you will laugh at how bad we are.
Yes. That is the end. So I guess this can be the after show now. What the hell do we name this, and what is the banner?
I thought you said you decided on a name.
I don't remember what I said, though.
Wasn't it something to do with Arnold?
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I think you said you wanted to call it "This Is the Last One" or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I said name this one. This is the last episode, but we said that during the show, so per our rules, we cannot do that.
Oh. Gran Autismo 2 A-Spec.
Yeah, that's it. That's perfect. I'm completely for that one. Who said that? Was that you?
Huh?
Did you just come up with that, or is that in the chat?
I think so. I mean, if the chat said it, then they copied me.
No, I'm asking.
But yes, I did say that.
Draw Matt as Jason Momoa. I like that idea. Can we all be Jason Momoa? The both of us. Actually, I don't know. What should the banner be if it's just us two?
I think you trying to have a nice dinner with Jason Momoa, and I'm in the corner playing with toy cars on the ground.
That could work. Just the idea of me in a banner with Jason Momoa, I like a lot.
Yeah, well, I know how to appeal to you.
Shattered birds and autistic spurgs. No, I gotta write this down.
Silent Hill, shattered Aspergers.
Yeah, let me go to Facebook so I can write this episode down. I didn't stop broadcast yet, so hold on.
No, well, no, don't, because we've got one more race left.
Yeah,
we're there. We're starting it right now.
Are we?
Yes.
This is 285. 285. What did you name it again? Gran Turismo?
Gran Autismo 2 A-Spec.
Oh, yeah.
So, Faggot.
Yeah.
Are we going to do anything for 300?
Probably not. Or I'm not. If you want to do something, that's fine.
I don't know. I don't have any plan to it. How about you guys, chat? Do you have any desires for 300 to be anything? Do you care? Because I feel like we've done, like, after 150 and then 200, I feel like we kind of don't care. All famous island people in the banner. The Rock 2.
Jeez.
Hits barrier and still wins. Yeah, I always do. Do me for 300. Oh boy, do I have desires. Well, tell me them in specific then, Plexus Max. Besides, I need material to draw this out because Matt's leaving very soon and I still have 3 laps to go. It's the world's best driving event.
Oh, I changed it to it's me trying to have dinner with Jason Momoa, but you're playing with the toy cars at the dinner table, like on the table.
Like smashing them into barriers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know, this is the real driving simulator. Which means that, yes, I can win after smashing into a barrier at 200 kilometers an hour. Not die.
Well, I'm gonna go, but that doesn't mean that you can't stop the broadcast after.
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? I can't.
You can't?
No, my laptop did that thing where the screen went black. I cannot stop this broadcast.
Oh, Christ. All right, fine. How much more is it then? Like 15 minutes?
Well, we're on lap 1 of 3 of the last race, so probably not that long.
God, all right.
Plexus Mass, I could come on and vape and talk about how much I appreciate the show. For 300? I mean, I guess you could.
I mean, should that be what it is? Should that be what it do?
What, people coming on to fillet us? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I guess we could do that, or maybe to put a random assault twist on it, we could have people come in and tell us like everything we've ever done wrong that pissed them off or something.
I mean, it could be either or. They come on and tell us.
That could be.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe 300 should be like a roast us kind of thing.
Well, I think it should be whatever they want.
Well, I think you should fuck off.
All right.
Okay. Don't go.
I'm not. I'll
I
stick
love
around
you.
for this last fucking...
Last fucking room.
Yes, the last room.
A fan appreciation show. Oh God. Well, that's taking it back.
What'd you say?
When 565 says a fan appreciation show.
Haha.
Wah, wah. Well, I mean, when we hit, what is it? When we hit like 299 or 298, we will surpass our origins.
Yeah.
It's a public forum. We all just come and yell at you. Sure, it's our time to entertain you guys. Last room on the left. Oh, Caesar suggests a gay rape fest. I mean, I guess, but this is not a video show, so I don't know.
Yeah.
What's my favorite game? Let's play it all the way through for 300. Well, I mean, the problem with that is that I like RPGs and games with lots of cutscenes. I don't think anybody wants to be here for 8 hours. I mean, you know, a stream marathon isn't a bad idea, but I don't know if we want to do it for 300. And also, too, like, I mean, for like games like Gran Turismo make for good like stream podcast episodes. You don't really have to talk about the game very much, but like for something else, is that you really need the visual for it. So I don't know if it's just the audio of the gay rape. Well, I mean, I guess. Kind of just be Matt squealing into like Chrono Trigger 300 stream would probably kill me. You know, if I ignored the side quests and went, you know what? Actually, I still have my old file from my SNES cart. So if I went with the New Game Plus and just did the bucket, I mean, maybe maybe that would work. Penis lol. Yes. Yes, correct. See? There you go. Play a Call of Duty game, maybe 5 hours. I guess we could play the Doot. Pretty sure we played one on one of my scam boxes, and I actually enjoyed it. So, tying up Jamie, putting him on a horse, and banishing him from the village.
That's great.
Yeah, I dig it. Why not? You got about 60 seconds left to suggest things, guys. This is the last lap, so... I mean, I guess I could crash and draw it out for you, but...
Don't.
I'm not gonna do that. Leave the Jamster alone. You did nothing, brew. Oh, hi, Jamie. Glad you could make it. Don't laugh at my driving noises.
No.
No. Nothing's funny.
Nothing's funny. JD, you're very late.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
better late than never.
Later than a pregnant bitch. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, here's that checkered flag coming up now. Wave the flag like a racist. Yay. It's over.
It's over.
We're now officially halfway through the game.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh my god. All right, well, end the stream. Bye. Play D&D
Oh my God,
for 300. Huh?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't like D&D though.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. Thanks everybody.
Bye.
We're gonna stop broadcast.
Ah.
This time I'll remember to make this stream private instead of leaving it up for 48 hours.